Black coffee, I'm in trouble. Black coffee, I see trouble. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm so dizzy. Black coffee, please get busy. Help me to get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy.
Hello and welcome inside Leominster TV Studio A. This is 20 games for 20 years. I'm Todd Robbins. The 2018 season represents the 20th year of Leominster High School athletics being broadcast consistently to a television audience, initially through Cablevision Channel 36, which was transmitted from the Media Center at Leominster High, beginning with the football season in 1999. Channel 36 would eventually join Channel 29 and a host of other numerals in what has since 2001 been known as Leominster Access Television, or today's Leominster TV. Much like I myself have aged since first taking the play-by-play mic as a 14-year-old freshman in 1999, so too has the personnel, technology, and even the branding of our broadcast coverage. From LHS TV 36 to BDSN, the Blue Devil Sports Network, or Blue Devil Sports Night, to LATV's Action Sports, to LHS Football on Leominster TV. No matter what we've called it, our mission has been the same. Serve our community by bringing top quality coverage of Leominster High School athletics into viewers' homes, especially those populations that so desperately want to take part and for one reason or another cannot make it to the game. Perhaps it's to celebrate with the players, parents, coaches, fans, and boosters of the blue and white, so they can relive it all throughout their careers and now for so many in the years that have followed, as their kids, grandkids, and great-grandchildren become part of the tapestry that is this community's historic athletic tradition. They can use this coverage to weave their and our shared history together. Over the next 20 episodes, we will celebrate our 20 seasons of television coverage by breathing new life into the games that live in our archives, beginning as it did 20 years ago with LHS football. As through the magic of digital technology, we bring you 20 games for 20 years. It is in that spirit that we bring you this game from Doyle Field in the year 2007. Labeled with the brand of LATV's Action Sports, shot direct to DVD and preserved in our archive for the last 11 years. Remastered by our archivist, Jack Selly, we bring you this game with the original play-by-play call of Ed Cataldo. In-game analysis provided by Larry Bizzato. 20 Games for 20 Years presents this matchup from 2007. The Blue Devils against the Chieftains of Neshoba Regional High School.
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Doyle Field, where the Leominster Blue Devils are going to take on the Neshoba Chieftains for their fourth game tonight. Again, tonight on our staff, we have, of course, Larry Vizzato. Evening, Larry.
Good evening, Ed. Great night for football.
Beautiful night out here. It's cooled off a little bit. Really has worked out well. The Blue Devils are up on the hill. We also have our lead cameraman tonight, Mr. Mark Lavassa. He can move his camera a little for you. That's him right there. And also, our guest camera person, and she's staring hardly at her camera, is Mrs. Sully. And she has, move your camera a little bit there, Mr. Sully. And that's her camera right there. So she's giving you some great shots as well. Of course, we got Jack on the switcher. As always, he's giving you all the switch from camera to camera, giving all that information. And, of course, we have our brain here tonight, which is Andre Koroskeny. And he's got his computer ready to go for us tonight and give you all the stats of the game as we go along. And I'll tell you, it's quite a night. We've set up on the Leominster side tonight. It is homecoming. Hopefully we'll get you the names of the people in the court. And we tried to get that up here earlier. But it's like breaking into Fort Knox to get those names. But I do have, and you're out there, you could see if maybe one of the cameramen could go on the band drum major out front of the, and her name is Claire Bronchuk. And she is the drum major out with the director. There she is. There's Claire right there. We got her name. And all the time before the games I say, there's the drum major. I never knew her name, so there's Claire Bronchuk. She's leading that Leominster Blue Devil band. Blue Devils have just come out onto the field from their position in the locker room. The Neshoba's not out here yet. Larry, you've got any stats for that we can go over between the teams as far as records are concerned?
Well, the Blue Devils come in at 2-1. They lost to Everett, and they had a great game last week. I mean, their running game, their blocking, even their passing. I believe they scored a touchdown on a pass play. They were running on all gears, all cylinders. They had a great game. Neshoba comes in at 2-1 also. They lost last week they won last week against Gardner.
22-25, I believe.
So both teams come in off a victory, and they're going to be pumped up. They'll be looking to get the momentum quick in this game. And talking to the coaches beforehand, they want to keep doing what they did last week. They want to pick up right where they ended off, and I expect that's what we're going to see from Leominster.
Well, it's true. I mean, they started a little bit slow last week, first series of downs, and then they put it in gear and just kind of pushed the team all over the field. And hopefully, you're right, Larry, they'll come out firing on all cylinders right from the start with this Neshoba team. Neshoba is 2-1, so they're not any slouch team. You can't take them lightly. You've got to play the football game all the way through. We do have new numbers for some of the players here tonight. We have, we'd like to say, apology. We didn't have some of the numbers last week, but the kicker for the Blue Devils, and we have his name and his number, and we're not going to say his name till he's out there to make his first kick. And if it's not good, we're not going to mention his name at all. But it is a beautiful night here. It is homecoming. It's going to be an interesting night. We tried to get you that information, but boy, I'll tell you, it was tight. I still don't have it. Hopefully they're going to come up and give me the name so that we can announce it. Let us know if you like this shot from the side of the field. That's Larry and myself, and Andre there, and Jack's just right here. That's where Jack is. See, right underneath there? He's the only one. There's his hand. There's Jack right there.
One of the things I was talking to Coach DeCarlos before the game and Coach Mercier and talking about the Neshoba offense. One of the things they like to do, and they did well last week, was to run outside. So the challenge on the Leominster defense this week, where last week was passing, will be to stop the outside, contain ends, cornerbacks, contain Neshoba's outside running. They have some speed. They're going to try to get outside.
Well, Larry, if they watched some film from last week, and Leominster had trouble covering that pass out in the flats from that last week. So I don't know whether or not they'll look for that, and I'm sure the Blue Devils have worked on that on defense. So it'll be interesting to see if Neshoba comes out and throws those out in the pass. I know they ran the option last week. It was a tough thing to defend against, but Blue Devils did a good job later on in the game. Captains are out on the field. The captains again for tonight are Alex Rivera, number 1, number 50. I got the wrong list here, but I'll get it in a minute. Number 50 is Captain Matt Whitney. Number 65, Captain Chris Degnault. And number 34, Captain Danny Creed. And number 11 is we always forget him, but it's Alex Alcala. So those are your captains. There's the coin toss, and it's in the mud. They can't find it. Let's see who won. There seems no reaction, so nobody won. Maybe it stood on end.
They're going to be doing it again.
That would be, yeah. You know that one, Jack. Wait, we got to.
On mute. These guys, can you believe that? This is Jack Jones.
Leominster
coming to you from Doyle Field, and they had me on mute, Larry. Sorry.
Was that why we didn't hear you?
I thought it was quiet.
Welcome, Jack.
Well, obviously Leominster won the toss because they're going to receive. So they'll be going from right to left on your radio dial, and across your TV screen, they'll be going from right to left as well. Right, Rachel? Rachel is our camera lady tonight with us. She did a fine job last week, and you'll be getting shots from her camera, as well as Mr. Mark Lavassa, who graciously volunteers, as always, as we all do. So the Blue Devils seem to be ready. We're going to take a short pause for the playing of the national anthem, and then we'll get right underway. So there you have it, the national anthem by the Leominster Blue Devil Marching Band under the direction of Director Barry Hudson and the drum major, Claire Bronchuk. So I got that name right anyways. Again, the marching band, as always, did a great job. They come out, I think they're undefeated this year, Larry. Oh.
They do a great job, Ed.
Larry was muted there for a minute.
They get better every week, and we see that.
Absolutely.
They practice hard, like you said, and they get better.
The numbers rise, the numbers keep going, and they're doing a great job. Blue Devils milling around on the sidelines. The coach is out in the huddle with the Leominster Blue Devils, getting them ready. Let's see if we can get a big run back to start this game. A beautiful night here at Doyle Field. The crowds are, I'm going to look out the window because we're on the Leominster side, and it looks like a pretty nice crowd. Hopefully you can hear them cheering and clapping, and hopefully the Blue Devils can run over to the Neshoba Chieftains and send them back to the reservation.
Pick up where they left off last week. I think they got over 400 yards on the ground last week, and all three backs. Let's see, where's my notes? We had Rivera, and we had Dan Creed, and we had Alex Medina. All had some great runs. I mean, and give credit to the offensive line of the Blue Devils. Great blocking, great running. So I expect they're going to pick up where they left off.
Deep men for the Blue Devils. Number 1 is Captain Alex Rivera. Number 34, Danny Creed. And the other side, I believe, is, I can't see it, I think it's 33, isn't it? Or 23. I can't tell, but we'll see who gets the ball. A little squib kick down the middle, taken by the second row, right up front. Still moving forward. I believe it's number 16. So the 36 carrying the ball. That's Corey Mastrapasqua on a nice return of about 20 yards. Ball's going to be placed down on the Blue Devil 46-yard line. 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
Great field position to start the game, and the Blue Devil offensive line will come out firing. Looking forward to see them have another great game.
Well, let's see what the Blue Devils do in their first series. Against the Chieftains. Jack has removed his headset. He's not having fun, but It's the Blue Devils 1st and 10. Drop back. They're going to low him. They got a man wide open, and they can hit him. He's right underneath it. Oh, he tried to run underneath it and couldn't quite get it. That's Bobby Goldsby. Woo, what a pass.
Great play. They caught the Chieftains on their heels on that one. You know they were looking for the run. Coming out like that first play of the game, that's a great call on behalf of the coaches.
Well, you know, that ball was just overthrown, and it was in the air about 40 yards, and just overthrew Goldsby. As tall and as fast as he is, he just couldn't quite get underneath the pass, and it fell incomplete. It's 2nd and 10 from the Blue Devil 46-yard line. Quick pitch to the right side. Rivera breaks out the right side, up across the 45 on the just about the 45-yard line of the Chieftains. They're going to mark it down. It's just shy of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, a lot of beef on that right side, Eddie. We saw that last week. Matt Whitney at the right guard is 311 pounds on the program, and then we have Kyle Salisbury, number 72, 6'5", 240, and Joe Thibodeau on the outside at 180, the lightweight. But I tell you what, great blocking on that side, and there was a big hole there. He got some good yardage.
And you got big Chris Dignall sticking out the middle of the center. It's 3rd and 1 for the Blue Devils. First man is Creed right up the middle. He drives himself forward, enough for a first down. Dan Creed, a senior fullback. That's 5'10", 185 pounds. I was talking to his father out before the game here tonight, and they said that WPI is here to watch him play tonight. So good luck to Dan. I'm sure he'll do well. He's a hard-nosed football player, smart kid, knows how to play the game. So good luck, Danny. 1st and 10 Blue Devils on the Chieftains' 43-yard line. Here's Rivera. Rivera looking him stay behind that blue block. Nice job by Rivera.
He got right behind Salisbury and kept running, huh?
Boy, I'll tell you.
That was nice.
He just stayed behind him and just kind of kept his feet moving and got enough for a first down. Ball's being placed down about the 28-yard line of the Chieftains. 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
That was a well-executed play.
That's how you follow your blockers. They just kept pushing people back and carried it all the way down to the 27-yard line it is. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Right to Creed up the middle, and he's stuffed. He's going to gain about 1 yard. And that was because of the surge of the Blue Devils, but the Chieftains closed that hole down pretty quick. In on the tackle for the Chieftains was number 73. That's Nick Trueblood. Yeah, there's a football name.
Trueblood.
Nick Trueblood. Wow. All right, Nick. We're having a little technical difficulty with our replay, but hang with us. Jack's working hard here. He threw his headset on the ground. 2nd and 9 for the Blue Devils. Quick pitch to Rivera. Rivera's again following Salisbury in the hole. Rivera gets banged, couple time, ducks under 3 or 4 or 5 players, and finally took the whole team to knock him down. Every one of the Chieftains was in on that tackle.
Yeah, that's good running on his part. He didn't go down the first time, the second time, or the third time. It took like half the team or most of the team to bring him down. That was great running.
Well, you know, you're not going to tackle him by hitting him up high because he's going to duck underneath you. He's got a low center of gravity, but, you know, he just ducked people and they slid off, and he got himself forward for a gain about 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 7. Ball's on the 26-yard line of the Chieftains. Kittredge throws it open to the flats. Got a man wide open. Can't quite hang on to it. Just sort of a little bit behind him. Tried to make a good catch out there. Trying to make that grab was number 41 for the Blue Devils, which is Joe Thibodeau. Senior, 5'11", 180 pounds.
A game of inches. We've heard it said 100 times, and both of these pass plays in this first quarter by the Blue Devils missed by an inch.
Yeah.
Right, another inch, and they would have had it.
Hands on it, couldn't quite do it. So the Blue Devils sit now. The ball's on the 26-yard line of the Chieftains. 4th and about 7. Blue Devils not in field goal range, so they're going to have to do something with it. They got to go 7 yards. They got to bring it down just about the 20-yard line. Kicks it back and threw it high, and it's intercepted. Threw it over Goldsbury's head. I don't know if it was an inside out, but going down the sideline, the Chieftains bring it all the way back to about the 40-yard line. It looked like a miscommunication between Kittredge and Goldsby. Goldsby cut to the inside. Kittredge threw it to the outside, and it was an easy pick for the Chieftains.
Yeah, there was something went awry there. Hopefully now the Devils will react to this sudden change, come out prepared, stop them, 4 and out, get the ball back, and get their momentum going.
Well, the Blue Devil defense is a tough defense. We've seen that in the last couple of weeks. You know, they can play tough. You got the deep men, Alex Medina who really can pop you. If you kind of decide to get through the line, you better keep your head up because he's coming. Yeah, the Chieftains run a quick pitch to the left side, turned the corner, and who came up to make the stop? Medina.
Yeah, that's just what the coaches were talking about. First play from scrimmage, Chieftains go outside. Looks like the end of the corner contained, but someone didn't come down from the inside to squeeze that off, and they got 9 yards out of that play.
So it's 2nd and 1 for the Chieftains. Ball just shy of the 50. It's at the 49-yard lines of the Chieftains. We got motion penalty. The flag came out early, so there's going to be no play. It's going to knock them back 5 yards. So now it's going to be 2nd and about 7 for the Chieftains. Ball has to come all the way up to the 50-yard line. The ball's back to the 44-yard line.
Be looking for him to come this side, Ed. Outside.
Wide side of the field.
Wide side.
They got to run against Captain Danny Creed, who's this outside linebacker. Quick straight up the middle. Straight up the pipe. It's enough for a first down. Medina made a save on that tackle, but they got enough for a first down. Well, Leominster looked like they were looking outside. It was a quick hitter up the middle by the Chieftains, and they got first down. Ball's being placed down on the 45-yard line of the Blue Devils, 1st and 10.
Well, I hope they weren't listening to me.
I don't know. The coaches are in the booth with us tonight, but they're on the other end, so I don't think they can hear us.
Right.
1st and 10, quarterbacking for the Chieftains is number 11, Tom Quinn. Quick pitch to the outside. We had a flag on the play in the area of holding, I would believe. Quinn picked up about 7 yards, 8 yards on the play, but let's see what the flag is.
I don't know if they call it crackback, but that was close on Bobby Goldsby. I think it was.
Let's see what the signal is.
They might call it a clip, but what we otherwise used to know as a crackback.
I don't see any official making any signal yet, so they're talking to Leominster, so it must be on the Chieftains, absolutely. They're going to have to accept that penalty because they're up about 2 yards.
That was a dangerous block on for the defender because the guy came out of his blind side, hit him right at the knees.
Okay. So
took him right out from the knees.
Let's see what the call is here. Here's the official. It is blocking below the knee, below the waist. And like you said, Larry, it's a crackback block, and that's not allowed. Did you see Wolford for the Patriots got fined $12,500 for that hit on the quarterback last week?
It's worth it.
Yeah. Spoken like a true lineman.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what they had here tonight. We had a block, below the waist, and that's not allowed, especially on a crackback block when you don't see it coming. That's how you have a lot of knee injuries. So, a good call. Jack has closed off a monitor, and I don't know what's happening.
Well, that's with the exception of those two penalties, the Noshobas had 2 rushes for 17 yards. So
well, now they're 1st and 20.
Devils got to tighten up.
Straight up the middle again for Neshoba. They're running up forward. They're just those quick hitters. They're running right by the linebackers. Gain of about 7 yards on the play. It's now going to be 2nd and about 17. Clock running. 6 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the first period. No score. First possession for the Chieftains. Quarterback rolls to the right, throws it out into the flats. There's that little flat pass and slipped and fell, so he's going to gain maybe 2 yards on the play, depending on where they mark it. They're going to be marking it just shy of the 50. So it's now going to be 3rd and about 15.
Good pursuit by Chris McNamara. He was breathing right down his back. Just missed him.
Chris McNamara can move.
Good turn-in by Alex Rivera there and Dan Creed. Both of those guys were in to contain that.
So the Blue Devils now sit 3rd and 15 for the Neshoba Chieftains. Passing it down. We're back in action. I got the thumbs up from Jack and Andre. We should be back in motion to the left. Quick back. Oh, he dropped the ball. Bounced right up to him, but that's going to be foiled and knocked down. He's still trying to get up, but it's a good way to get hurt. And a loss of about 5 yards on the play. Now it's going to be 4th and 20.
Good penetration that time by Salisbury and number 45, Mike Padura?
Padria?
Padria.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what they needed. That's what the Blue Devils needed. Get that ball back on offense and keep the momentum going on their side.
So the Chieftains set up in their punt formation. Back for the Blue Devils is Alex Rivera and Alex Medina, two speed merchants. Here comes, almost got a good block on the far side. High kick, going to take a Chieftain bounce somewhat, and then it bounces back, and it's going to be down just about the 32-yard line. So the Blue Devils take over, 1st and 10 on their own 32.
Did you notice the pace in this game, Ed, compared to last week?
It's moving along.
Moving along because the hand signals from the sideline of Marlboro, they were calling in every play from the sideline. The hand signals, we got those on film, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
They're in the library at home. Coach Obzinski called about those, but we said, shh, be quiet. We do have a camera on the coaches. So 1st and 10, Blue Devils on their own 30-yard line. First quarter, no score. Rivera pops to the outside, and he's kind of tackled. Well, 9 players. Oh, Executive Director of LATV, Mr. Kyle Pamrani just showed up in the booth. Hi, Kyle, how are you? Glad to hear it. He couldn't hear me. There's too much noise, but that's okay. I said hi to him. He said nothing.
That's 4 rushes for Alex at 23 yards. So he's picked up where he left off last week at 5.8 yards per carry. Thanks, Andre.
Gain of 2 yards, say 1.5 yards, 2 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 8 for the Blue Devils. Ball just across the 35-yard line. Second man, here's Pedria. Pedria's breaking to the outside. Oh, he got a good block by Salisbury. Here's Pedria. They're not going to catch him. He's down across the 20 to the 10. 5 touchdown Blue Devils. Alex Medina.
I think that was, I don't know, that was 54 or 50. They had a beautiful trap. They knocked him on his back. It's a pancake block there to open up that hole.
Very nice.
We see a replay on that. Here we go.
Medina just took off. Watch Salisbury leading
Look at
out
right
here.
there. Bang.
Look at Salisbury lead the play. Here's Salisbury right out in front of Medina.
Yep.
Salisbury picks this guy, knocks him. Have a nice day right there. Good job, Kyle. And then he continues down the field, and here goes Medina. Turns on the Jets and just outruns the Chieftain defense.
Oh, great all-around play. Again, the running, the blocking is all there.
Kick is up, and it's good. So the Blue Devils finally draw first blood, 7-0. With 3 minutes, 37 seconds to go first quarter, Blue Devils finally take the lead. I'm trying to get a hold of the lady down below that has the names of the court and the queen and all that, but she won't come out.
That was a 61-yard scamper by, here it is again, by Alex Medina.
That's a great run. Medina, boy, he can turn the Jets on.
Yes, he's quick. He's quick. That was his first carry of the night, so that's a great way to start for him. Overall, the Blue Devils have seven rushes for 87 yards and that 1 TD. You know, they had that turnover in the earlier in the game. They were able to stop Neshoba, get the ball back, and then that big play. What a difference.
Absolutely
big plays break it open.
Absolutely right. Well, the Blue Devils, seems like they always start out slow and they have a little mistake in the beginning, but boy, I tell you, they get wound up. They can move. Kicking for the Blue Devils is Big Kyle Salisbury. Does the kickoffs for them. While we have this short time, we'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight. Richardson's Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, El Camino Restaurant, and Ken's Taxis. Those are our sponsors. If you'd like to become a sponsor, we're taking food sponsors as well. We do have a nice delivery, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Kyle Salisbury getting the Blue Devils out, set the line up, and we're just about ready to kick to the Chieftains. Salisbury kicks to the right side, up, taking around the 30-yard line. Back to the 35-yard line, pops outside, about 33-yard line, going to be 1st and 10 Chieftains. Blue Devil defense coming in. Larry, you got the guys up front on defense?
Yes, defense. We have over there at left end, we have Chris McNamara, number 54. Left tackle, Matt Whitney, number 50. At the nose guard is Mike Amico, number 53. On the right side, we have Kyle Salisbury at tackle, and number 9 on the end, right end, Bobby Goldsby.
Here's the Chieftains' quick hitter on the left side, and he's kind of piled up after a gain of about 2 yards on the play.
At linebackers, we have Alex Alcala, Mike
Go ahead, Larry.
Padria. At the other linebacker, and strong safety, we have Alex Rivera and Alex Medina out there at safety also. Dan Creed at one cornerback, and on the other cornerback is, I can't see. Well, we'll catch up with that later.
He's out there. So, the names are going both sides of the ball. So they're going to be in shape. Here's the Chieftain busting up across the 50-yard line. Going to be placed down just about the 50, but it's enough for a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Chieftains from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that was way too much yardage on that play. Again, the seam was there. The inside was cut off, and the outside was pushed out, and there was a seam. He ran up right into that seam. There's a replay.
They come around. They got a good lead blocker out front. End got hooked in. And they cut back into the groove.
I'm sure they'll look at that on the film a couple times Sunday.
1st and 10.
Blitz.
Deep drop is going to be a screen to the left side. Coach is yelling screen. Salisbury's taken out of the play. Nice job coming up and making that play. Number 36 for the Blue Devils is Corey Mastrapasqua. And he was the last man, or else that could have gone for a long gain. Connie finally got out and took that tee. No, it couldn't have been a tee. I don't know what she got. She grabbed something out there. Connie Curley, she does a good job for the Leominster Blue Devils.
Connie does a great job out there, helping the coaches, helping the team.
2nd and 3 for the Chieftains. Coming this side. Got a blocker out front, cuts back inside. Nice job by number 11 of the Blue Devils making that tackle. And that is, he's on the other sheet, Alex Alcala. Also on the bottom of the pile, number 53 for the Blue Devils, Mike Amico. Coming into the game, number 41 for the Blue Devils, Joe Thibodeau. Blue Devils are kind of a little disgruntled here with the defensive call. The offense is coming to the line, and they're not back in their positions yet. Matt Whitney coming out.
Better get down and ready.
Quick hitter up the middle. Big run. Well, I think the Blue Devils just got a little off guard that time.
Yeah, they cut them back on their heels. They got to get set.
Danny Creed had to make that tackle, but after a gain of about 15 yards, ball's all the way down to the Blue Devil 25-yard line. And we're going to have a timeout, official timeout. Blue timeout, I'm sorry.
Good call. I think they needed that.
1 minute, 45 seconds to go. And I need to get a hold of that lady right down there. Take it, Larry.
You're going.
I just want to see if I can get some information from her. I'll be right back.
All right. Let's check the stats with Andre here for the Neshoba. They got something going here. Running plays, they have seven rushes for 81 yards, 7.3 yards per rush. So they're doing some damage here on the ground early on. Guys running for them, Travis Patterson, 4 rushes for 30 yards, and Dustin Green, 3 rushes for 21 yards. Also on the passing game, Tom Quinn has 2 completions, 2 attempts. So he's on the mark for 10 yards, and yeah, that'll do it for Neshoba. That's a recap on their offense. On the Leominster side, that one interception didn't do any damage. The Devils were able to recover on that. And on the rushing side, 7 rushes, 87 yards, and get that one TD. Okay, back in action here. Neshoba out over the ball. Going to the wide side again. Got about 10 yards on that play. No surprise. That's what the coaches are looking for. They had that in the scouting report that Neshoba was going to go to the left, go to the right, try to get outside, and that's exactly what they're doing. So the Devils need to make some adjustments on the outside to stop that. About 1:22 left in this quarter. Neshoba's on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Devils are in the goal line defense, need to make a big stop here. Got to keep them out of the end zone, keep the momentum on their side. In fact, keeping them out of the end zone here will be huge. Did you get the names? He did. Mission successful. Ball's on the 25, Ed, and Neshoba's going in.
And I'm back. First and 10 for Neshoba on the Blue Devil 15-yard line. Knocks him out of bounds. Down around the, going to mark it, it looks around the 8-yard line. 2nd and 4.
That's good pursuit by the Devils, but that Neshoba back was just too quick. He got 7-8 yards out of that play. Ball's on the 8-yard line. There's
Quick
that pitch.
That's that pitch to the left side. Blue Devils came up and hit it, but ran right over a couple of them and bringing it down. Looks like the ball's going to be down about the 1-yard line. I'm sorry, maybe it's the 4-yard line. Let's see where it's. No, it looks like the 1-yard line from here. It's a first down, so it's 1st and goal from the 1 for the Chieftains.
Well, here comes some beef. We got Matt Whitney coming in at 311 pounds. We got Mike Amico and also a nose guard, Chris Daignault, 288. So if they can get some penetration into that offensive backfield, disrupt things, and keep them out of the end zone.
That would be a good play right now.
1st and goal.
41 seconds to go on the clock with it running.
Tight splits, too. They got to shut him down.
Right up the middle with the big man. Blue Devils are pushed back, and he's in for the touchdown. Bounced off the pile and just got himself in the end zone for a 2-yard plunge. Chieftains score.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that they went in. I know it's not easy, but they went in on that first try. I would expect, I expected more, a tougher defensive stand on the part of the Devils because they get some good, strong defensive linemen in there on that goal line. But it is what it is, and we've got to stop them now.
I don't understand why the defense was all the way over on the right side there for a minute. I don't know what they would. Well, here's the kick for the Chiefs and try to tie this thing up. Blue Devils look like they're offside. The kick is up. And it's good. So we're deadlocked at 7 apiece. 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. Chieftains had a good march down the field and tied it up 7-up.
Yeah, that was, like you said, that was a good march. They had 6 first downs, 12 rushing attempts, 73 yards, 6 yards per carry. That was very productive offense on their part, and the Blue Devils just need to make some adjustments on defense and be prepared for that the next time Neshoba gets the ball, because you know one thing, they're going to do that again.
Well, that's a good point, Larry. You know, when you find some weakness, you stay with it. The Neshoba Chieftains have found a weakness, and it appears it's right up the middle. They've gained a lot of big yardage up the middle as we dig into the Gravel family donuts that were delivered to the press box with coffee. Where's Mr. Gentili, though? We thought he'd be here for sure. We'll have to get a hold of him after, but
Forget to mention the sponsors because I screwed up on the opening.
Absolutely. Jack said he screwed up on the opening, so.
Yeah, I got to apologize to all our sponsors. I didn't bring the opening to play with all their names, so Eddie, you're going to have to remember them.
I'll take care of those for you, Jack.
I can't think. I didn't have any coffee. Mr. Gentili packed us.
But the Gravel family came through.
The Gravel family came through.
Here's the kick. The Chieftains kick it down to the middle man. It's Rivera. Alex Rivera breaking out the left side. One block, he may go. Rivera's hide step one, cuts back into the scrum. Oh, Rivera almost got it all the way back, and he finally gets wrestled to the ground. Wow, a little late hit. Boy, Rivera had a couple more yards and he cut back. He lost a couple yards, but that was a good run for Alex Rivera.
Yeah, they can break the big play at any time, huh?
That sure can. Boy, they got some speed.
Yep.
Well, the Blue Devils take over 1st and 10. Ball sitting on their 42-yard line. 21 seconds to go in the first period. 7-7 score. You're watching LATV Action Sports. Kittredge backing on. We got a movement. And obviously, that's going to probably be on the Blue Devils for illegal procedure. That's usually what that flag is.
When the show was crowding that line, they had 8 men on the defensive line that time.
That was illegal procedure. Can't tell it, Mark. Good luck. Number 30 up in the booth. Amanda Lavasa bringing her dad some coffee and a little encouragement. Here's Kittredge, 1st and 15. Here's Rivera. Rivera stopped it. He just stopped like in 2 seconds and run himself back. Gained about 15 yards on the play. Well, let's give him 12 yards on the play.
Shifty, nice cutting.
Boy, he just stopped.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I'll tell you, change direction real quick. Oh, Rivera's coming out limping. Well, that's not, maybe a little bump, I hope. Hope there's nothing wrong with Rivera. He did come out limping, so we'll be able to see it on this side because we're that close.
There's a replay.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 8 for the Blue Devils. And that's the end of the quarter. So the end of the first quarter, 7-7. Blue Devils in a tie game with the Neshoba Chieftains. While we have this short timeout, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Richardson and Sons Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, DeCarolis Insurance, El Camino Restaurant, and of course Ken's Taxi. We will have a nice halftime for you tonight. It is homecoming. It will be the courts and the Queen and the King will be announced here tonight. And hopefully I can get that information for you so we won't have to guess who they are. But hopefully we'll have that information for you. Well, Larry, what about the first half?
Okay, Andre's just rolling up the stats here. For Leominster, have 7 rushing attempts for 100 yards. And 3 passes attempted, none completed. 10 total offensive plays. Let's see, we have penalties. Had 1 penalty for 5 yards, so that hasn't hurt him. 2 third down attempts made and 1 attempted, 1 made. Thank you. On the here we go.
So it's 2nd and about 3 for the Blue Devils. Medina with it from the halfback position, and he's taken down just about the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Blue Devils. Ball just shy of the 50-yard line, about the 49-yard line.
Boy, he was torpedoed. Did you see that guy from the Neshoba come in there? Stopped him in his tracks.
Yeah, they've got to hit him low or else they're not going to stop Medina, that's for sure. If they don't take his legs away, he'll run away from you.
Got to get this conversion here. This 3rd down. What do you got, 3rd and 2?
3rd and 2 for the Blue Devils, just shy of the 50-yard line. Just underway, 2nd quarter, 7-7 the score. 10 minutes, 28 seconds to go.
They get 7 men on that defensive line.
Here's Medina again. Medina breaks it wide, turns on the Jets. Medina heading outside. Finally, he's caught. And I would say he's caught from behind, but the kid was running step for step with him and had to reach out for him. Great run by Alex Medina.
Yeah, nice blocking up front there, too, on that left side. We have Matt Whitney and Chris McNamara. Nice blocking over there, as well as the right side. So they got a good all-around blocking to open the holes for those offensive backs.
Sure did. I mean, that's where it all starts, up front with those guys. Then Medina just picks a hole that's open and cuts back, and off he goes. So it's 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Ball sitting on the Chieftains' 33-yard line. Kittredge hands it out. Creed right up the middle. Creed banging himself forward, and he gained about, they're going to give him 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Did you see that offensive line surge, Ed? That was a beautiful thing there. We had Creed right behind them, right on their butts, and they go about 5 or 6 yards. That was nice. A lot of power. That's power football.
Well, that's what you need. I mean, you got the size of those guys up front of you, and if they're moving forward, makes your job easier as a running back, and that's just like gravy walking up there. Then you finally get hit later on, but after 5 yards, we'll take 5 yards every play. Second in, we'll say they gave him 4, so it would be second in 6 for the Blue Devils. Ball sitting just on the 30-yard line of the Chieftains. Kittredge, 3-step drop, throws it out in the flats. Took a page from last week's game. Just missed, looked like Bobby Goldsberry out front. Incomplete. That was one of the plays that the Blue Devils got beat a couple times on last game.
Against Marlboro.
Marlboro, yes,
yeah,
it was.
Yeah, the way they passed the ball, but the Devils made the adjustments, obviously, and came up big in that game.
That's for sure. You know, that's typical of what the Patriots throw. You know, they get Brady throws that a lot, gets that quick hitter and gets them the yardage that they need. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Blue Devils. Ball sitting on the 30-yard line. The Chiefs, second man, Medina. Medina's get caught trying to run forward, and Medina's taken down. Gain maybe 1 yard on the play. It's going to be 4th and 5 from the 30.
They got to go for it?
I think they have to.
Got to go for it.
Too far for the field goal kicker and too short for a punt. Although I'd punt.
What do you think, pass?
I'd punt.
Run outside?
Well, I think they're going to be looking for a pass. So I think the Blue Devils are going to call a timeout.
Yeah, talk this one over. This is a critical play.
Sure is. So we have a timeout. Blue Devils want to talk it over. The coaches. 8 minutes, 30 seconds, the clock running. I finally stopped it. Well, Larry, what do we call here? We call a pass or we call a Medina run? Rivera's out. They're taping Rivera's ankle in front of us on the bench, so he's probably got a little twisted ankle. They're really giving him a horse tape job out there. I mean, over the shoe, over the foot, and everything else.
Just looking at the stats here with Andre, their go-to man right so far has been Bobby Goldsby.
Well, here, let's see if he Goldsby again. Kittredge down the middle, has a man open, and it's going to be incomplete. No, it just skidded on the ground, and it's incomplete. Tried to hit number 16 for the Blue Devils. It's Michael Shaner. And Michael Shaner is a kind of a speed merchant. The ball was just low, and I couldn't quite get it up off the dirt. And Chieftains take over 1st and 10. Big stand for the Chieftains.
Yeah, that was a huge stand. And he was open, like you said, Ed. Just a little underthrown there. That would have been good for a first down and more.
Yeah, that was down around the 10-yard line and just couldn't quite bring it in. Just looking down, number 51, Derek Boucher coming off the field and getting a little drink of water in front of us.
The Neshoba's a scrappy team. Back when I was coaching a couple years ago here, they always came to play. You know, they may have been undersized. They have a slightly smaller school, but these guys have always been well coached, and they got good attitudes, and they want to win. And you know, no matter how big you are, you get the right attitude. You got what counts inside. You can win. You can beat anybody on any given day.
Well, they had a great team when Ricky Pamarini's son was playing down there.
Yeah, right.
He did a great job for the Chieftains, and he's off to college now somewhere. I don't know where he's playing, but I don't know if he is playing. But here's the Chieftains again. Ooh, big hit out front. Number 36, I believe, was the initial pop on that one.
That looked like one of the plays out of the Leominster playbook.
It sure did.
You know, they had the left or the offside. It looked like the offside guard and tackle pulling, and the running back just went. Here we go again. Yeah, we got the fullback, the guard, everybody's pulling.
Watch Master Pasco 36 right here, shooting inside and make that hit. Boom, right there. And he hung
nice
on.
Play.
Yeah, tried to hit that ball out and hold on to it. Nice job. Gain of 8 on the play. It's 2nd and 2 for the Chieftains. Running way out right side. If he turns the corner, he's going to make it. Oh, nice job.
Play. Who's that?
Let's see. I think that's number 23 for the Blue Devils, which is Jared Wilborn.
Yeah, that was a nice play. He came up there and he stopped him cold.
Just enough for a first down, so they are going to move the chains. But Wilborn, if he doesn't make that tackle, that kid goes a long way. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Chieftains just across the 40-yard line, about the 41-yard line of the Chieftains.
Blue Devils got to make a big play. Cause a turnover, interception, cause a fumble.
Nice replay, Jack. Thank you. Keeper on the right side, turns the corner, gets whacked a few times, but looks like he's gained about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be second. No, they're going to mark it shorter than that. Let's see where it is. No, it's going to be second, about 7. So a gain of 2 yards on the play. Clock running. 7:04 to go first period. 7-7 the score here at Leominster Doyle Field.
Blue Devils need a couple more stops like that.
Get that ball back and take that down to score. Really help things out.
Yeah, that's seven rushes now for Patterson at 46 yards. So he's been the workhorse so far for Neshoba.
They really have a tight set. I mean, they're up tight. You don't know who gets the ball. Second man to the left side. He breaks down the middle and pushes himself forward. Got a big block going on out front. Official going out back. Creed is going at it with one of the Chieftains. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and about 2. Ball's just shy of the 50-yard line on the 48-yard line.
The guys up front got to come up big here. They got to come up big. They have to get penetration. They got to stop them.
Well, the Chieftains, they run that power right up the middle. They get 3 backs. They put one in motion. The lead back comes out, and then they all follow up in the hole. So you get a lot of people coming through that hole.
That's where it's important, as we know, for the defensive linemen to stay low and take on those blocks and allow the linebackers to make the play. There's some penetration. That was beautiful.
Kyle Salisbury, big Kyle Salisbury with those 75-foot arms, reached up over the defender, grabbed the hold of the shirt, and never let go.
Now, that was good. I mean, he powered right over number 50. He couldn't stop him and got them both down. He got the blocker and the running back.
He tackled the whole bunch. Well, you know what, though? Kid's 6 feet, under 59 pounds. Just kidding, Kyle. You did a great job on that play. I kid Kyle a little bit because he's a big kid out there. I coach him in baseball. We used to call him the Big Stick.
That was a huge play.
That was a great play. Loss of 5 on the play. It's 4th and about 7. Makes the Chieftains have to kick. Gets a good kick away. Coming up is Medina. Oh, big hit there. Nice job. Medina, one man. Medina's finally knocked out of bounds around the 42-yard line. But, boy, number 36 for the Blue Devils. That was Corey Master-Pasqua. Just lambasted one of the Chieftains, and they both kind of shook their heads after that one. That was a big hit.
Let's
see if we get a replay.
That wall was setting up nice for the Blue Devils, too, here on this side of the field, Ed. You see the blocking out front. One guy got through.
Here's Master-Pasqua. Let's watch that fire hit. He's going to be on the top right of your screen. Bang, right there.
And then look at the wall forming over here.
Yeah.
Just a couple guys got through.
They picked them off. So 1st and 10 Blue Devils on the 42-yard line. Oh, quick hitter up the middle. It's Kidridge on a quarterback sneak. Kidridge's going to be close to a first down depending on the mark. A Tom Brady play right there.
There's some fighting going on down in the pits, Ed.
Ooh, it sure is. There's a battle going on up front.
That's good stuff. Good, clean fun. I didn't see anything dirty down there. I never see anything dirty,
A lot of plastic hitting, hard.
Intensity.
They're going to, I think they're going to bring the chains in to see. They are. They're going to bring in the stakes to see if it is a first down. It looks pretty close from here. We're just about in line with it. See the Mulaney brothers right there, Sean and Joey.
Okay, I'm looking at this this guy they're doing battle with for Neshoba, number 68 up front, 6'4", 275. So we got him. Ooh. We got him, right? We got him going against Kyle Salisbury at 6'5", 240, and Matt Whitney at 6'3", 311. So that's some serious hitting going on down there.
There's some pressure there when those guys hit.
I'd like to be an ant watching that.
Sure they won't step on you?
That was Andre. He finally spoke up. He's got a headset, but he doesn't say anything. He's just a good kid. Robin, he's a good kid. As the whole family is.
Yeah, so Kyle has somebody his own size to play with tonight.
Well, I tell you, he's doing a good job. We've said a lot about him. He's been in on it's going to be 3rd down, or 2nd down, and about an inch, I would think. A little less than an inch. Kittredge went 9 yards and 7/16 of an inch. Jack. Jack's working hard. If you could see Jack right now, he's sweating. Everything's going. Creed with the ball. Creed drives himself, still moving forward. Danny Creed, good leg pressure. Good power by that front line up front. He's got enough for a first down. Creed's going to be placed. The ball's going to be placed down on the Chieftains' 45-yard line. 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
Good determination on part of that offense that time, from the line to the running backs. I mean, they were determined to make that, and you could tell they weren't going to be denied.
Clock running, 4 minutes, 26 seconds to go. First half, 7-7 the score. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Kittredge still calling the signals for the Blue Devils.
There goes
Medina.
Salisbury and Whitney pulling.
Oh, they like to run into those guys. Medina takes it up off tackle, gain of about 3 yards on the play, and we got an injured Chieftain player. I think that's that big guy you were just talking about, number 68.
Looks like he's holding his ankle or his shin.
Yeah, that's a 6'4", 275 kid that was playing up front against Salisbury and
yeah, that's 5 carries now for Alex Medina, 83 yards. He's having himself a good night so far. He's got to keep it going, though, because Alex Rivera is still on the sideline.
Rivera had a little twisted ankle. They taped him up heavy, so they're probably going to sit him out. He's trying to get up and walk it off, but doesn't appear he can do it. He just looked at Coach Young and shook his head no. So they have a little sprained ankle, or hopefully that's all it is. No ligament damage or anything. We don't want to speculate here, but he did stand up and said no to Coach, so that doesn't look good for Alex Rivera. So while they attend to the Chieftain player, I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight. For our 2007 sponsors, if you'd like to become a sponsor, call LATV, and we'll gladly put you on our list and give you a little bit of airtime, and we appreciate any sponsorship that we can get. Tonight's sponsors are Ernie Rooney of Richardson & Sons Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, El Camino Restaurant, and Ken's Taxi. We apologize we didn't have the opening on the tape tonight. It was one of those hectic days. We just forgot to put it on, but please patronize our sponsors. We appreciate what they do. Chieftain still looking at one of the big guys in the middle. We also like to thank the Gravel family for bringing in the...
Did you have one of those low-fat donuts, Ed?
Not yet, but I will at halftime. Oh, boy, they look good, don't they?
Wow.
Watch out, there's cops around here, you know. I'll be arrested before I get home.
That's right. They'll be looking for you.
I don't see Sergeant Booth here tonight, though, so he must be away. Although if he comes in the booth and he hears me calling him Sergeant, he'll have me arrested because he's Lieutenant.
How about this camera work tonight, huh, Ed?
Great job. We got Mark Lavassa, as always, does a fine job for us over there, and Jack Sully's running camera switches and everything else. And
it's really good. They do a great job. I mean,
we
can see on these little monitor here, it's
a great job.
Helps us immensely.
So it's 2nd and 8 for the Blue Devils on the 43-yard line of the Chieftains. Kittredge, second man, who fakes it to Medina, rolling left side. He's going to tuck it under his arm. Oh, he threw a long ball. Man, wide open. Shane is underneath it. He can't get it. Just through his hands. Shane was down there with the closest guy was about Boston. Shane was all alone. Kittredge he just released the ball, and he got whacked when he released it. Looked like a catchable ball. We'll see a replay on that one, I'm sure. There it is. Jack's winding it up for you now. Here's something that you'll see. Here's your replay. Kittredge is rolling out. Look at this hit. Boom, he just gets rid of it. Put a little extra on it. It's going down to Shaner. And look at Shane. There's no one around him. And just out of his fingertips.
Great camera work.
Excellent job. I got to give credit to Mark Lavasser on that one. As always, a fine job. Mark can hear us tonight, but he can't speak. He doesn't want to speak. So it's 3rd and 8 for the Blue Devils. Ball's still on the 43-yard line. Kittredge 6-step drop right over the middle. And we got looks like a holding penalty, and it's going to be well, let's see. Looks like it was, well, we do have a holding call, interior lineman. Well, the ball was incomplete anyway, so let's see if the Chieftains decline. I would decline the penalty. The bread man has arrived. We got a guy that's running the camera right now. It is holding on the Blue Devils that made the best bread in Leominster years ago. So they did take the penalty. So they're going to give the Blue Devils another shot at third down. It's going to be third and about 17. Ball's all the way back to the Blue Devil 47-yard line.
That's 2 penalties now for the Devils at 15 yards. And on the other side of the ball, Neshoba has 2 for 20 yards. So it's about evened out.
3 minutes, 31 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 17 for the Blue Devils. The ball has to go all the way down to the Chieftains 35-yard line.
Good protection.
Looking for the air. Here it is. Goldsby gets pushed.
That's interference.
Yeah, well, there's a flag. Let's see if they call offensive interference, though.
I saw him push, but then the defensive guy had his shirt.
Grabbed a hold of him. It looks like they're going to make that call. Let's see if it is. No, they're bringing the ball back. It looks like they're going to call offensive interference. I mean, we had a little hand checking going on, both players.
Here it is, the replay. Nice pass blocking.
Beautiful job. Kitcher's got all the time in the world right there. He lays that ball up. And you'll see if we can catch up to it. Little hand checking both players right there. Yeah. We'll continue that through, and then
right there.
Boy, they're both hanging on to each other.
Pass interference defense.
Well, why did they bring the ball back?
It's high school football.
Mr. Mark Lavassa has finally straightened us out.
It's not a spot foul. It's a 10-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage.
I knew that. I just wanted to see if you guys did. That's right. It's not a penalty where in the pros you get it at the spot of the foul. It is a 10-yard. We'd like to thank Andre because he just looked that up on the internet. He didn't really know it. Should see him scurrying on the internet over here. His fingers are faster than walking through the yellow pages. Now, no automatic first down either. I don't like that penalty rule.
So how did they come up with that?
Oh, they're moving the stakes.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Oh, okay, now they're making a first
automatic
down.
first down.
Automatic first down.
Thank you. Okay, you didn't read far enough on that internet.
What internet?
Just kidding,
I don't
Andre.
see any internet.
He does a good job for us. So it's 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Second man, Medina. Medina breaks it. If he goes outside, he had a hole outside of the field and cut back to the inside. Oh, I hope you can see a replay on that
If he
one.
was only up here, he could have broke outside.
I know,
You saw
it's
that,
easy
right?
for us to say, but I'll tell you, he had nothing but green on the outside.
Yeah, and he had Kyle in front of him.
Here's a replay that Jack rounded up real quick for us.
Look at that blocking.
Watch Medina now. You look to the top of your screen. When he gets through the line, there's nothing outside. You got 2 blockers, one there, 2 men. He cut back to the inside. Oh. Here go the Blue Devils. Medina again. Medina breaks to the outside, makes the cut inside, runs over one player. Oh, big hit. Oh, a little taunt thing there, Mr. Official. Throw that flag. Guy put his elbow up under his mask and was saying something to him. Wow.
Medina's a little guy, but I tell you what, he's tough.
Whew.
He took a lick that time. He bounced right back up, didn't he?
He sure did. He reminds me, like I said before, the guy that plays for the Steelers, Malapalo, with the hair coming out of the back of his helmet.
Troy Polamalu?
What is it?
Troy Polamalu.
That's the guy,
Yes.
the Hawaiian.
From USC.
Who?
USC.
Yes, that's where he played for. Now who's he play for?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Thank you. See, what the internet does.
That's 7 rushes now for Alex, and over 100 yards, 104 yards.
Wow. So
he's
first
having
half, he's over 100 yards. 2 minutes, 59 seconds to go. We have a timeout on the field. Ball's down on the, looks like it's placed down just about the 16-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Blue Devils when they come out of this timeout. While we have the timeout, again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Ernie Rooney of Richardson and Sons Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, the Carroll's Insurance, El Camino Restaurant. You know, we didn't get any food up here from the El Camino yet. You know, those chicken piccata sandwiches last year, ooh, they were good. And, of course, Ken's Taxi. We can actually send a taxi down from Ken's to pick it up.
It's good thinking.
Yeah, I'm going to mention that next week.
Get your cell. Let's give him a call.
Hello, El Camino. 3 chicken piccatas, please. Just kidding. No, I'm not.
That would be great if it actually happened.
Well, let's see. We're not here next week. We're away next week. We're going where next week? I don't know. But
We'll find out.
Oh, we're going to Wachusett, I believe, next week.
North Middlesex?
North Middlesex, yes. Wachusett, North Middlesex, same thing. Touchdown. Here we go. 2nd and 1 for the Blue Devils. Medina with a quick high pitch. Medina dives. And depending on the mark, it's going to be close. They're just going to mark it shy of the 15-yard line, it looks like. So the officials got it up for third down, so it is short. So it's going to be third and less than 1, maybe a half a yard.
Send Creed up the middle.
Townsend for next week.
Mark Lavazza said we need sponsors in Townsend next week. Yeah, because we may never get out of there.
Third down conversions, the Blue Devils are 2 for 4.
It looks like it's third and inches.
Creed up the middle.
Somebody up the middle. Looks like 31.
31.
For the Blue Devils, which is David Arsenault. Was it 31? Yes, it was. David Arsenault, and it should be a first down. Let's see what they have.
Looks like he got it.
Yeah, and I believe they're giving the 2-minute warning. Run the clock down to 2 minutes. And we are at the 2-minute warning for the half. So the Blue Devils are sitting, it looks like 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Well, they haven't moved the stakes yet.
Stakes?
You say stakes? Oh, goodness gracious. You still got that hamburger?
No, it was a double cheeseburger. And I ate it. Don't get any ideas. Thought it was a camouflaged as my cell phone.
Yeah, you were talking to it, and all of a sudden it was gone. When he ate his cell phone, what the heck happened there? So they finally moved the stakes. It's 1st and 10, Blue Devils. It looks like they're going to be able to get down to about the 4-yard line for another first down. 2 minutes to go on the clock for the first half. Quick inside
nice
pitch.
play.
Creed comes back to the inside. Nice. That was a misdirection play inside. Creed took a stutter step to the right and came flying back to the left, and we got a timeout. Depending on the mark, it looks like it's all the way down to about we'll put it down around the 7-yard line.
That'll get the pursuit going the wrong way, won't it?
Boy, that turns you.
That was quick.
Especially when you're a lineman, you say, I'm going after that guy, and he goes, here it is right here.
Look at the hole over there.
And Creed bounces to the outside, cuts it back behind one of his players, and still powers himself forward. I like the way he runs. He doesn't stand up straight. He's got that low profile. His head is up, but his back is bent.
Yep.
Got a good, strong run. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Blue Devils.
Tight splits.
Quick pitch to Medina. Medina jumps inside the pile, jumps over, gets whacked, still go bounce. He may bounce to the outside. He's still moving forward. Alex Medina, no quitting this kid all the way down about the 6-yard line. Wow, what a run.
That's dangerous when you're up like that. You got all those defenders coming in for you. That's
you take some shots in there.
Take some shots and you get a chance of losing the ball.
He held on. He bounced off 5 or 6 players. And I thought for sure he was going to break it up.
Derek Boucher.
Boucher, yeah.
Came out with a shoulder injury.
He did. Oh,
the,
he's right in front of us?
Left guard.
Well, we got a motion penalty, it looks like. That's going to hurt the Blue Devils. Going to set them back 5. They had all the Chieftains laying down. Dead ball foul. Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils. Back them up 5 yards. Now it's going to be 3rd and about 7. They can get a first down. They have to go down to the 4, a little bit under, about the 4-yard line. Derek Boucher being...
Look at that run there. You see the guys hitting them and going for that ball. When they stand them up like that, there's a chance to lose that ball.
Yeah, that's a good point. Right at this point when they stand
right
them up.
Yeah, and you got more defenders coming in to go for that ball, and there it is. It's out there.
Boy, it was hanging there. So now with 3rd and about 7 for the Blue Devils. Kittredge looking in the end zone. Look at the pass. He's going to get hammered. Oof. You got a wall up there. All the way back to the 20-yard line.
You know, a pass looks good in that situation because they got the line crowded, but they just overpowered the line. I think they had them outnumbered up front, and they just couldn't block them all. They couldn't keep all the defenders out, and you end up with a sack.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Kittredge,
it's got to be a quick throw.
Yeah, either gets rid of that or eats it, and he did a good job to hang on because he got hammered as he came back by 3 defenders. 27 seconds to go. Blue Devils call the timeout. Want to stop that clock, hoping to get something in here. Ball sitting on the on the Chieftain. Looks like it's going to be around this 18-yard line.
4th down, they're going to go for the field goal.
Well, they've got a kicker that can do it. Let's see what happens.
Go for it. They're doing it.
They're going to talk it over. They took another timeout. Want to see what they can do. So if they're going to go, there's no wind. The flag is just limp on the pole. Ball sitting on the, let's put it on the 17-yard line. 10 yards in the end zone. That's 27-yard field goal plus the 7 yards he got to set back. So that's 34 yards. What do you think? He's kicked a 44 in practice. We were talking to the coach about that, and I watched him a little bit before the game tonight. He was booting him down there pretty well. So let's see what happens with it. Do we see number 35 out there? No, we don't.
We do.
Yes, we do. Oh, here we go. They're going to go for it. This is a different aspect of the Leominster Blue Devil offense they haven't seen in a few years. With this 12 seconds on the clock, not a better situation right here.
No wind. So
No wind.
That
Here
won't
it
be a
is.
factor.
And here it is. This is big.
I'll get the uprights.
And the Chieftains are going to call a timeout, I believe. So they're going to make him think about it. Yes, the Chieftains call the timeout. They're going to make him think about it a little bit, see what he does with it. That's a typical strategy. You know, you want the kicker to think a little more. Maybe the legs stiffen up a little bit. Lenny Massangeli is doing the kicking for the Blue Devils. Life is good. Life is good. Well, the Blue Devils have talked it over, and Neshoba's going to hold off as long as they can, hoping the kicker will stiffen up a little bit, but let's see what goes on here. This kid was a walk-on soccer player for the high school. Coach saw him and recruited him, I guess, and said, hey, why don't you come down and kick for us? Holding the ball for the Blue Devils is number 17, Patrick O'Connor, the backup quarterback, who is a heck of a quarterback. See him play late in the other game. Does a nice job. On the right hash mark, so that's perfect for him. This is big.
Got to have good blocking up front.
They got to get those tight stands and don't let anybody split that line. Keep up high, boys. That's it. Oh, it's a high snap. They got it down. Blocked. And covered by the Blue Devils. Well, that was a good attempt. It was just blocked cleanly. They came right through. I have to see a replay where he came through from.
Okay, the left side.
Oh, we had no replay on that. We had the uprights.
That's a huge play on the part of Neshoba, Ed. They go into halftime with all this momentum. They got the last score of the half, and they shut the Devils down here to keep them out of the end zone at the half. So the Devils got to regroup and come out here and take charge right away in the second half because they're going to be kicking off.
That is the end of the first half where the Blue Devils and the Neshoba Chieftains go in the locker room tied 7 apiece. And we're going to bring you a great halftime show. We have the King and the Queen and Homecoming for you. We also have a flyover, fireworks. You're missing it all if you're not here tonight.
In the buffet.
In the buffet. That's right. While we have this short break, we're going to talk a little bit about our sponsors while the band gets set on the field. Our sponsors for tonight are Ernie Rooney of Richardson & Sons Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, El Camino Restaurant, and of course Ken's Taxi. When Andre gets the stats ready, we'll. Oh, you are ready. Okay, we'll go to Larry and get some first half stats.
On the LHS side of the ball, they've had 20 rushing attempts for 171 yards, 8.6 yards per carry, and 1 touchdown. On the passing side, 6 attempts, no completions, and we saw that those attempts were close. I mean, it was a matter of inches, so that could be a lot different there. Penalties, the Devils were penalized 3 times for 20 yards, and on the third down attempts, they attempted 6 and converted 3, so a 50% performance there. On the Neshoba side of the ball, they had 6 first downs, 17 rushing attempts for 87 yards at 5 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. Passing, they have 10 yards passing, 2 attempts, and 2 completions, so 100% on the passing side. They're mixing it up well there. On the offensive side, they have also, let's see, 19 plays, Andre, and a total of, that we said, the 97 yards, 3 penalties for 30 yards, and 3 attempts for third downs, and they completed 1. It's funny, it's interesting, not funny, because right now the Devils have the advantage in terms of yardage. But if we look at the play and the momentum, how it's shifted as the half went on, when the Neshoba shut them out, and then they came back and scored, and then took that field goal away at the end. So the Devils got to regroup, make some adjustments, and come out here in the second half playing some strong defense against that Neshoba offense that has some power.
That's absolutely right, Larry. Thank you, Andre, for those stats. And, Larry, thank you. Those are great stats to see. We are going to now have the Leominster Marching Band, and then we'll have the festivities. So we're going to let you listen to the Leominster Marching Band. So
we have a new cameraman, if you couldn't tell by some of the shots. Mr. Robert Saro, otherwise known as Level 3. He took the camera over, and he's going to get us in a lot of trouble.
Life is good, though, Jack. Life is good. Let's let you listen and watch the Leominster High Marching Band.
Should we put a different microphone on? Or? Let's go for it, no?
My supper tonight. Donuts. I'm alright with that for you guys, right?
This is the last time I ate. When was the last time I ate? That's me.
Yesterday?
No. Not that. Not that night. This morning. 6:30. Yeah. Coffee, drink me all that. How's that?
I gotta grab a headset. Hey, Rich! You going live?
Well, I'm back. We're just about to get underway with the festivities. That was the Leominster Marching Band, who does a fine job anyways, everything that they do out there. I'm a little bit loud, but I'll turn that down for me. We're getting ready to announce the homecoming king and queen in the courts for 2007. And we're going to try to stay with the announcer on that, and I'll try to stay with you as long as I can take care of this. Now you can hear me. We've taken care of our cameramen, so we're going to try to get you some nice shots of the king and queen in the courts as they announce them. And I'll try to stay with it, with the announcer across the field. First announcing, will be the freshman court. And it's going to be Brenda Diaz and Kevin Griffin. We'll wait till they come out on the... That way they can hear me, and you can zoom in nicely. Perfect. What a great crowd here tonight. It's always exciting on homecoming. We also like to thank a couple of people. Colley's Flowers Shop for donating all the flowers for the girls. Chris Young, Dr. Binkley, Tom Berner, David Fandaka, George Witham, and Laura Chasen for their support in helping this great production here tonight. And there's the freshmen, Brendan Diaz and Kevin Griffin.
Ed, what number were you in? One?
I am in number 1. That's
Okay,
correct.
good, because that was the only one that was unmuted.
Absolutely.
I was hoping that. Well, I'm unmuted now.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, that's a poet, and you don't know it.
His feet show it. They're Longfellows. They are pinning and whatever they call that, sash on the freshman court. Brenda Diaz and Kevin Griffith. Next being announced, the sophomore court. Grace Doherty, and Michael Vicinio. Dr. Binkley is putting the corsages on and putting the sashes on. Now the junior court. Teresa Blood and Sonny Hang.
Ed, were you king of your prom, or were you homecoming king?
No, I was just the queen.
We know that. And you're still a queen.
Absolutely.
In my eyes.
Keep your eyes to yourself.
Hi, Lawrence. Have you? Who? Yeah,
I am.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. Larry's getting into the donuts over here. Oh, and we're going to announce the king and queen. Senior court, I'm sorry. Senior court is Katie Castro and Jean Santiago. So that's a big surprise. Nobody knows who the king and queen are. That's the court, and boy, I'll tell you, where do you hear the two names of these people?
I don't understand the process involved here.
They pick 4, and then they don't tell them who's the winner until they come here tonight.
Okay, so we don't know the winner yet.
The winner's right there on the field. I know the winner.
Oh, you got the envelope?
I got the envelope. And you watch who it is. And
yes,
the king
my darling
and
Michael.
queen of the 2007 homecoming is our own Amanda Lavasa and Michael DeFelice.
No.
Amanda Lavasa, number 30, right out there as a queen of homecoming. And her dad's down on the field with her mom. And we released him from the camera tonight, and we told him, you better get down there.
We're going to have to get a shot. Nobody even knows who Mark is. We might
Well,
actually
there he
see
is.
him.
He's right there.
Where he is.
Right in the front with the camera. And there's the king and the queen in the courts for 2007. Freshman court, Brenda Diaz, Kevin Griffith. Sophomore court, Gracie Doherty, Michael Vicindio. Junior court, Teresa Blood and Sonny Hang. Senior court, Katie Castro, Jean Santiago, and of course the king and the queen of 2007 homecoming, Amanda Lavasa and Michael DeFelice. And there you have them right there. Congratulations, Amanda and Michael, for being king and queen of the 2007 LHS homecoming. And there you have it. 2007. King and Queen and the court.
Usually, creative
smoking.
photography, they copyright each shot. They don't allow you to. I hope he knows that we had that shot before he did.
He does now.
Maybe if he becomes a sponsor, we'll let him get away with it this time.
Well, we have all rights reserved.
That's right.
Congratulations to everybody, each one out there, and especially our own Amanda Lavasa and her proud father and mother out there on the field. Hope we get a shot of Amanda's dad. So you'll see who runs our camera. There he is. I see him on the right side with his camera and his hat.
There he is.
You got him? There he is. That's Mark
Mark.
Lavasa right there, the proud father.
Now, you've heard about him. You've heard his name mentioned many times, and that's him.
That's him right
actually
there.
him right there. Oh,
We just lost him. And you know what's funny? Before the game, I got the list, and
he's a pretty good-looking guy. Now I know where she gets her looks.
well, how about his mother right behind? There's her mother right there.
And I'm going to dedicate number 17 to her.
17.
Number 17. She'll know what I'm talking about. Number 17.
Oh, I know what number 17. Yeah, that's right. Number 17. That's
number
right.
17, the Leominster Colonial Band.
Absolutely.
From the days of the Feast of St. Rocco.
Well, congratulations to the Lavasas and the DeFelice family having their children being chosen as the king and queen. Teams have come back out on the field. They're getting ready to start the second half. We do have a whole another second half to play. I'd like to congratulate again the Leominster High Band for doing their great job.
Special announcement?
Our 50th reunion is this weekend.
What's his name? Class of 57, right? Yeah.
They're sitting right over there about the 40-yard line. You got to sign up.
We do have, again, we had such a great night with the homecoming. We also have the class of 57 here tonight for their reunion. The class of 57. Togo Palazzi is back in town. So if you know Togo, the class of 57, they're all sitting down around the 40-yard line somewhere in there. So congratulations to them. The class of 1957 at Leominster High School, led by Togo Palazzi. Great group of guys there. Right, Larry?
Absolutely.
And Larry's back. So there you have it, folks. We're getting ready to start the second half. We're deadlocked at 7-7. Getting ready to go. Blue Devils come out.
Quite a difference from last week on the Blue Devils' part. Actually, I think what they ended the game last week with around over 400 yards rushing. Actually, not too far off on that today at 171 at halftime. So, what they got to do though is they got to put it in the end zone. They got to pop it in. You know, they've got some big yards, some big plays, some long yards, and they just got to put it in. They got to put it away when they get the chance.
Well, you know, Larry, you're right. They have to put in the end zone. They've had a couple of long passes that were just out of the fingertips that were definitely 6-pointers. So let's see if the Blue Devils come back and throw that ball again.
They need to shut Neshoba down right off. And you know Neshoba's going to come out like they did in the first series of this game. They're going to try to get it outside. Although they did have some success running up the middle also.
Neshoba moved the ball pretty well on the Blue Devils for a while, and see what happens. Kicking off now is Lenny Masangeli, taking the place of Kyle Salisbury, who usually does the kicking, but Masangeli is going to kick for the Blue Devils. Had that field goal blocked late in the first half, which would have made a huge difference.
Instead, it was a momentum shift.
We've got
the Blue Devils actually have two people out, two starters. I see number 51 with his pads off, and I'm not sure if Alex is back. I don't see him. Alex Rivera.
Well, Derek Boucher has got his pads off. They said he was looking at a shoulder injury. Here's the kick down. It's going to make a bounce just about the 20-yard line, and it's down on the 21-yard line, so they couldn't pick it up. They had to cover it up, and so that's a good kick and a good starting point for the Chieftains down on their own 21-yard line. Jack, we got a man down on the field with a huge camera. I don't know if he's got the rights here.
You got me muted.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's what it was. He was here for homecoming.
Yeah, he's here for homecoming.
By the way, Mark, congratulations on your daughter being queen of the homecoming. That was a great job. And we even got you on camera, you know. Oh, yeah, so now people know who you are.
Somebody got a shot of me with a donut, too. Did you see that one?
That was me.
That was you, huh?
Oh, I see you.
Uh-huh.
1st and 10 for the Chieftains. Breaking out the left side. Blue Devils got a swarming in there. And boy, there's 9 players on top of that poor Chieftain. He's now not a little longer a Chief. He's a squad.
Now that's good defense right there. That's the way to get it going in the first series, right?
Absolutely. Gain of 1 yard on the play. 2nd and 9. Just underway, second half. Blue Devils and the Chieftains at a 7-7 tie.
My 2 cameramen are like really working good right now.
That's great. Chieftains threw one out, a little swing man.
Nice pursuit.
Big
What
hit.
a pop.
Let's see who's wrapped up that guy. That big guy on the bottom, it must be Dagnall. It was, number 65.
He smashed him.
Big Chris Dagnall. You know,
Let's see that
should
again,
be on
huh?
Halloween because that was a pumpkin smashing hit right there.
He got jacked
Here it
up.
comes here. Watch Dagnall come in from the right side. Right there. Bang! Oh, jeez. That's like a trailer truck hitting a deer.
That was nice.
Wow, there's a good hit right here. We go again.
That was nice.
Watch Dagnall come in from the right side, right here. Bang! That guy looking out of the ear hole when he got up. Nice hit, Chris. Ball's loose, and again, look who's on top. Number 56, I believe, or 65 again, or
54.
54, which is Michael Amico, I believe. Let me get my list here. I believe that
Chris
is.
McNamara.
I'm sorry, Chris McNamara.
Yeah,
So-
that was awesome defense that time. That's exactly what they need to set the tone of this game right off the bat here.
Loss of 4 yards on the play. It's 4th and about 14. Ball's sitting down on the Neshoba 20-yard line. They've got a kick to the Blue Devils. Back for the Blue Devils is number 3, Alex Medina, and number, it's like 23 or 33, 23. We'll get to that if he catches it. Oh, Goldsberry almost got a nice spiral kick, taken cleanly by Medina around the 45-yard line. Medina, nice job. Medina breaks to the outside. Medina may go. He needs one more block. He cuts back inside. Medina takes it all the way down to the 25-yard line. Wow, what a runner this kid is.
And that was set up by that great defensive stand that started the second half, Ed. You got to hand it to the Blue Devils. The coaches made the adjustments on defense. They shut them right down. Come out with a big play like that on the punt return. Exactly what they needed to shift the momentum in this game.
So it's 1st and 10, Blue Devils on the Chieftains' 25-yard line. That was a big run by Medina. He's been the workhorse all night for the Blue Devils. With Rivera out with an injury, we don't see him on the sidelines. I don't see him on the sidelines at all. Yes, we do. Still taped up. Here's Medina. Medina, a little quick shift. Look at the quick feet on this kid. Oh, he got popped, but he almost lost the ball, but he held on to it. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. It's down around the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that was all Medina on that play, Ed. He didn't have nowhere to go, but he just did some jukes and got some yardage out of it.
Must be nice to be able to change direction and run that fast. You know, I mean, he was dead stop, and then all of a sudden he's 3 steps into the
I
defensive
remember when
back.
you used to do that in high school.
Yeah, running from the cops.
I'm still running, Ed.
You're still running,
Yeah,
Jack?
not as fast, though.
2nd and 7 for the Blue Devils. Here's Medina again, left side. Medina's going to break to the outside. Just runs over people. Boy, I'll tell you, the kid came up and thought he was going to make it. Medina made him pay. All the way down to the 10-yard line. 1st and, looks like it's maybe going to be 1st and 10.
Nice block by Derek Boucher. I thought that was, yeah.
Oh, Derek's on the sideline.
50,
54?
maybe it was 50.
Pulling guard?
53, one of those guys on the left side.
Well, did a good job. We'll check on the replay. Here's Medina going right side. Oop, got caught outside. Smothered. There's some gang tackling. So it was 1st and 10. They couldn't get a first down. They got all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Is that play again?
See right here, number 50.
50, Matt Whitney.
Yeah, that was a nice
Great
block in
block.
there. Sealed it right off.
Watch Medina make him pay.
And then he finishes it off.
Oh, boy, I have a headache after that one. Good running.
Nice offense.
Loss of 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 13 for the Blue Devils. They can get a first down. They take it down to the 1-yard line. Medina again breaking left side. Medina gets stopped, but pumps himself forward. Still moving forward. Medina may go all the way in. Nice stop. Boy, I'll tell you, this kid can run. He's all the way down to about the 3-yard line.
That's just pure desire, Ed. I mean, he wants it. He's working hard. He's like the workhorse.
He sure is.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you, when you can sideline a kid like Rivera and still have a kid like Medina come in, boy, I'll tell you, you got something special there.
And he should have been caught 5 yards back, and he kept going.
He's looking for that pay dirt. So it's 3rd and about 2 for a first down, or 3rd and 3 for pay dirt. Big Chris Dagnall comes up over that ball. Boy, that kill you. That kid's big. Look at Whitney right next to him. Holy smokes, there's some beef there. Creed right up the middle. And it looks like Kidridge is saying he's in, but they look like they're going to mark it. No, they're going to mark it short. It's 4th down. Kidridge said he thought he was in, but Creed was stopped just shy of the goal line. That could be 4th or 1st down, depending on where it is. They're going to have to measure this, I believe.
That looks like yeah, that's close.
That is close. They're going to measure. They're going to bring in the stakes.
Stakes.
Did you say steak?
They will bring in the sideline markers. Let's see, we got a great shot here. Let's see if that's Mr. Mark Lavassa marking that. I mean, with his camera shot. Jack's going to get a replay on the marking. Oh, looks like it's a first down by about a foot. Yes, it is. So it's 1st and goal for the Blue Devils. Larry, what do you call here? Ball sitting on the 1-yard line.
I'd power it right up the middle.
Creed or Medina?
Creed. You?
I'd lead Creed into the hole, let him clean it out, let Medina walk it in.
That sounds good. That sounds good, too.
We're going to have to get a microphone on our cameraman now. He's quarterback sneak, he said. So let's see what the odds are here. Here's Kittredge. It's a quarterback sneak, and he stopped. Oh, no, he isn't. He's in for a touchdown. Great job, Mark Lavasser. Boy, what a night he's having. His daughter's queen, a 2007 homecoming. He calls a touchdown play. Good job out there, Blue Devils. Good surge forward.
Did he stay at a Holiday Inn last night?
Ed, you don't have to feel sorry. You told me you were a queen, too. Look at the guys pushing them in. Look at this.
Oh, that's the surge right there. Yeah, when you can follow that stuff into the end zone, it makes it easy. The attempt for the extra point. Ball's up, and it looks like it's good. It is. Lenny Masangelo.
What a drive by the Devils. I mean, it all started on that defensive stand, like we said at the beginning of this half. And hard running by Medina, and great blocking up front. And they just put it all together and pushed it in there. They got to do the same thing on defense now. We'll see the adjustments they made. If they stand, that'll definitely shift the momentum of this game.
Yeah, if they can stop them again and then tuck another one in there, they will be in great shape. They now lead 14-7. 5 minutes 33 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Blue Devils lead by 7 against the Neshoba Chieftains here at Doyle Field. All the teams prepare to kick off. We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight: Richardson & Sons Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, El Camino Restaurant, and, of course, Ken's Taxi. And if you could see what's going on here behind the scenes, we got pup going down Jack's shirt and his glasses. He's got it all over him. It's absolutely amazing.
Wow. I got donuts in my belly. I got popcorn in my belly.
If you'd like to be a sponsor.
I'm dreaming about steak.
You say steak?
Hey. What's with El Camino this year? Where's the chicken piccata?
I don't know. Maybe it's on the wrong booth tonight.
They delivered it over there, and those people scoffed it. Without us getting our paws into that food, there's going to be some price to pay tonight.
Remember, we like pies and cakes as well.
I like cream puffs.
Cream puffs are good.
Have another cream puff.
How about another cream puff?
How about a Boston cream pie?
Bust off.
Ooh.
Bust off.
All right, here we go. Let's get back to the action.
Pomeroy.
01144.
We came to get you out.
Maybe it's the warden. Ed Neshoba taking around the 25-yard line. And the Blue Devils have taking it up to around the 30 and then smashed down about the 34-yard line. It's going to be marked.
I think their defense came to life at halftime.
That's what Larry was saying. Now it's a big stand right here. Look at Connie Curley out there doing her 9.2 sprint. Covered 33 yards at 9.2 seconds.
I wonder if something happened to Kyle Salisbury on the kickoff, because I thought he was kicking pretty good and he was just doing a transition.
I don't know. We'll have to find out. You know, when you're playing both ways, you might be a little tired. Hopefully he didn't hurt his leg. Here's Neshoba going left side, turns the corner. Ooh, almost got the ball ripped out of his hand, but he takes it up. A gain of about, it looks like it's going to be 5 yards. One of the stake men got flattened over there. I don't think that was Bob.
Interesting stat here from Andre. In the last 6 quarters, rushing yards, Alex Rivera 271 and Alex Medina 233.
Rivera had 271 before he left?
In the last 6 quarters.
Oh, okay.
Of play.
Oh,
that's a lot of yards on the
is.
ground, you know.
Sure is. 2nd and 6 for the Chieftains. Straight man up the middle. He breaks another one. He's going to the outside. Just tripped up, but enough for first down close to the 48-yard line. Oops, sorry, Larry. It's going to be 1st and 10 Chieftains.
Got to stop that right now. We can't have this back and forth. We score, you score. They got to shut them down. Get a couple touchdowns up here.
Well, a couple of defensive stands take the wind right out of their sails. But you let them start walking down the field, the momentum switches and changes very quickly in this game. So it's 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of the Chieftains. Second man to the left side.
That's more like it.
That ball's out. Somebody's calling balls out. The official's trying to get in there. He's going to get his shirt dirty in there. Let's see what they've got. Looks like they've got it marked. It's going to be maybe a gain of 1 yard if they held the ball. They did. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Chieftains. A couple of good pops in there.
Yeah, and a good surge by the up front defensive line there. They just knocked Neshoba back about 1 yard off that ball, and that allows them to get penetration and make the stop for no gain virtually.
If you can control that neutral zone, you're in pretty good shape, and that's what the Blue Devils seem to do on that play. So it's 2nd and 9. Fake pitch, quarterback kept it. He's looking to go fake side, right side screen, and they got a lot of people out front.
Nice play.
Down across the 40-yard line to the 39-yard line.
Blue Devils were fooled on that one.
Well, you know, you get the surge going, you want to get to that quarterback. They set a screen up nicely to the left side, and a gain of about 14 yards on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 38-yard line.
Got to stay home. That's just discipline right there. You know, there was no one left home on the right side of that defense.
Yeah, there was nothing but white shirts on that side for a while. So the Chieftains are methodically moving the ball down the field. Right straight up the middle. Boy, this kid's run that a lot. Boy, it's a nice saving tackle by who else but Chrissy Degnall. The nose guard got him all the way back. That's some hustle right there on a nose guard.
What happened to the linebackers and the safety?
I don't know. Well, he wasn't playing safety, was he? That's where he tackled him in the safety zone. Enough for a first down. Ball's all the way down to the Blue Devil 26-yard line. 1st and 10 Chieftains.
That's 22 attempts now for 112 yards on the Shobas.
Schober, quick pitch to the left side. Still moving forward. The ball's out. Looks like the Blue Devils are going to get it deep in their own zone, but it is out, and the Blue Devils recovered it. Well, somebody stripped him of the ball, and it popped loose.
Did you say we had a flag?
No, they threw the beanbag out because the ball came out.
You guys want for drinks?
Oh, I'll have a soda. Coke will be good for me.
Water's good.
You guys want drinks? Another Coke?
Anything.
Anything for Jack.
Thank you.
2 Cokes of water and Andre. Thank you. The Boosters, Leominster Boosters concession stand just came in and going to bring us some nice cold drinks, which we appreciate. We thank them very much. They do a heck of a job down here. Oh.
You could say right now this is exactly where the Blue Devils want them. 2 minutes to go in a half. They're down in their own, 5 or 10 yard line. A long drive here, eat up the clock, go ahead by 2 touchdowns.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 8 for the Blue Devils. Falls down to their own 20-yard line on recovering of a fumble.
Dad, look at Grandpa down there. He's crazy.
But they got to get a first down.
Yes, they do. They need one here. Gain of about 1 yard on the play. It's now going to be 3rd and 7. And here come the cheerleaders. Dun, 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 dun. No cameras on the cheerleaders? What's wrong with you guys? Oh, there. I knew Mark would help us out. There he is. There's the cheerleaders. They work hard, too, out here. They flip, fly, and all over the place. And unbelievable.
The popcorn is really good.
Yeah, as I understand it, they've
sounds
won some
good.
competitions.
Oh,
They have.
Yeah.
Yes.
The national level.
Very good. There's the Blue Devils, and some flag comes flying in from the back judge, so that could be a
Face
holding
mask?
call.
Wishful thinking on my part.
Maybe. They're going to be, it's going to be just shy of the first down. Mark's going to be just about the 20, I'm sorry, about the 16-yard line. Officials are talking.
There's a replay. Could be number 41. I don't know.
There's the flag
I
right
don't
in
know.
there.
I didn't see anything.
either.
Well, let's see what the call. They are talking in the Schober, so it is going to be a penalty against the Leominster Blue Devils.
All I could see is
50
number
holding.
number 41. You saw something on 50?
50 might have been holding.
Yeah.
It did say a holding call. That was the official call. We don't know who it was on, but we should mic the official one of these nights.
That might be dangerous.
Well, no, we'll only put it on when he goes to make the call. We'll tell him.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right.
Next home game, we're going to mic the official, if he lets us. Hopefully it'll be Mr. Pete Trainer. He'll let us do it. So they're going to mark off a penalty against the Blue Devils. They're going to push them all the way back. Ball's going to be placed down, looks like around the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. This point in the game, I mean, what I just said would have been a great, I mean, not that it can't still happen, but they need a big play here. They got to get a sustained drive and get another touchdown.
3rd and 12 for the Blue Devils, back on their own 5-yard line. You know, the show was going to be coming for them that deep. Medina right up the middle. Just kind of keep it in the middle of the field. Medina gains about 2 yards on the play. It's now going to be 4th and around 10.
Well, that's a break from the Neshoba because after turning the ball over like that, getting the Devils out, 3 downs and out, getting the ball right back, going into the 4th quarter. Yeah, that's a big play.
So kicking for the Blue Devils, I think this is one of the first punts we've seen them punt. Number 31 is David Arsenault, who punts for the Blue Devils. Oh, there was a snap that was up. Arsenault gets it. It's a pretty good kick. It's going to bounce down just about the 30-yard line and taken down and down by the Blue Devils. Number 11, Captain Alex Alcala. And Neshoba takes over 1st and 10 on the Blue Devil 29-yard line. Well, Neshoba starts out in a good field position, Larry.
Yeah, they've been running the ball most of the game. They have a total of 18 rushes, or 23 rushes, 3 passes, and we got 5.3 yards per play. Very productive offense. Now the Devils got to shut them down.
Well, the Blue Devils are going to put a stand on. They don't want to let Neshoba get into the end zone and get this thing tied up. Especially we'll be going into the 4th quarter with 14 seconds. Well, they're going to run the clock down a little bit more. No, they're waiting. They're going to let, I believe that's, they want the medical staff from the Blue Devil side to go and check out somebody on the Neshoba regional side. So EMT and nurse, and I don't know who that lady in the pink was, but maybe she's a doctor. EMT going across with all the equipment. That's one good thing here is that, they always have EMTs, doctors, ambulance drivers are here. Everything's ready to go if there's some serious injury. And you hope you never see that, but, kids do get hurt, and hope they get the best medical attention they can around here in Leominster, especially from Health Alliance Hospital.
Well, we got Karen Carlson. I believe she's the EMT.
That's correct. And we're also on the sidelines. We have Flanagan.
Diane Scozelli.
Diane Scozelli, who flies with the med flight. Here comes Neshoba breaking around the left side. Every time I see Diane, she's coming out of the helicopter at the Leominster Hospital. We also have a nurse right up here with us tonight. Mrs. Sully's here with us as well. So if we have a problem up here, if Jack chokes on some popcorn, she can take care of him.
Don't worry more about the donuts.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Neshoba's going to... Oh, drinks are here from the Booster Club. Thank you. Mr. Fracken is here giving us the drinks. And
thank you.
He does a great job. We'd like to thank them over there as well. They do a lot of stuff for us, hand us stuff that we need. And you guys that are sponsoring out there, send us some food. We have something to wash this down with. Mr. Fracken brings it over, and we thank the Booster Club for sending those over to us. Do get a little dry once in a while as we talk too much sometimes, but we try to keep things going, try to keep things...
Who talks too much?
Well, on that first play, they got about 9 yards, and their workhouse tonight continues. Well, actually, they got it broken up between the two of them, Andre. They got Patterson, 11 rushes at 62 yards, and Green, 8 rushes at 47 yards. So between the two of those guys, they're keeping the ball moving.
Well, that's half the battle, is to keep that ball moving, and hopefully the Blue Devils can put that stall on and shut that thing down and get the ball back. I see on the sidelines, number 1, Rivera is kind of gingerly trying to work that ankle out, but I don't think he'll see any more action tonight.
Second and about 2. Need a stop.
Why, is Andres got a hole in it?
Hey, remember those glasses they used to make? What they call them? Dribble? I can't even say the word.
Dribble glasses?
Dribble
You
glasses?
spill them and they come down your chin? Yeah. I have a lip like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Did you get that when you were queen?
Yes. Second and 2 for the Chieftains. Straight up the middle. Fullback takes it down. Looks got enough for first down. Ball's being placed down around the Blue Devil 17-yard line. First and 10. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils lead 14-7.
Too close for comfort right now. It's a good ball game.
It sure is, yeah. I didn't think that the Chieftains would give the Blue Devils this much of a game, but they've hung in there with them, even though they've had a couple of bad plays. The Blue Devils have come close on a couple of long passes. Chieftains have stayed in the game. So first and 10 for the Chieftains. Quinn quarterbacking still for the Chieftains. Right side on a big power sweep, and he pounds his way down. Ball's going to be down around the 11-yard line.
I have an interesting observation.
What's that?
I've noticed a couple of the homecoming games. Yes. Leominster seems to play a little bit off. They've had a couple of homecomings that have been very, very close contests.
Good point. You're absolutely right.
You think it may be the distraction?
Yeah, I mean, it's a long halftime. The other teams come here looking to upset them more on the, on a homecoming. Great time to.
Well, boy, the Chieftains are walking through the Devils defense up front right now, and he's all the way down to about the 3-yard line. First and goal from the 3. Boy, the Chieftains' momentum has swung when they stopped the Blue Devils, and they've driven this thing down the field.
Yeah, that was a huge hole that time on the left side, and like you said, he just about walked through there untouched.
Ball sitting on the, let's say, the 4-yard line. First and goal from the 4 for the Chieftains. Clock running, 9 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the game. Blue Devils lead 14-7, but the Chieftains are knocking on the door.
Knocking on heaven's door.
Richard, open that door.
Katie, bar the door.
Straight dive up the middle, power. The Blue Devils have pushed it back.
That's what they got to do. They got to win that battle up front. They got to get the penetration. They got to get down low, as we know, lower than that offensive line, and surge into that offensive backfield. Especially in the tight splits like that, when it doesn't look like they're going to go outside. But even so, the the defensive linemen don't matter anyways. They just got to take care of their business inside to keep anything out of there.
Absolutely.
Up tight.
It looked like a loss of about a yard on the play. I just got shocked. I don't know what that was from. Felt funny though. Maybe my heart's giving out. There's a Chieftains big sweep to the right side, and he's in for a touchdown. Well, the Chieftains never gave up, and they tuck it to the right side and took it in from 4 yards out to score. Now the Blue Devils see what they can do. Maybe block this extra point. It's now 14-13. Blue Devils lead by 1. A beautiful night here at Doyle Field. You should be here. We'll be away next week. We'll be at North Middlesex. LTV will be there. The extra point attempt is up, and it's no good. It's a fake. And it appears they're in for 2 points. It was a fake.
Nice play.
Wow. That's right out of Ray Kazenz's book in Fitchburg. Well,
Kenny Tucker is good friends with Ray. That was not a coincidence.
Wouldn't that see? I knew there's something right there. The Chieftains take it in for a 2-point conversion to take the lead, 15-14.
Good game.
Wow.
Now this is where we see what these teams are made out of. Comes down to the fourth quarter. You got a game this close. You just got to suck it up and give it everything you got to get in there, get in the end zone. Now the Blue Devils got to do it. They got to get in the end zone.
You're absolutely right. This is a crucial set of downs now for the Blue Devils.
Good time for that long drive. 8 minutes to go.
Take some time off.
Yeah.
Take the time off, get a score, even a field goal, to get them up a couple of points. But Coach talking to Chris McNamara down on the sideline about, looked like he said about staying outside. But so the Blue Devils prepare to take the kickoff. Back is Jared Wilborn with Alex Medina and Captain Dan Creed.
Good blocking up front, get a nice run back here. Start this drive with good field position.
Blue Devils got to put a sustained drive ahead. They don't want to give the ball back to the Neshoba Chieftains because the momentum swung their way. Hopefully Blue Devils can pop one here on the return. It's a squib kick to the right side. Creed with it. Creed takes it up across the 20-yard line to the 25. Creed still buying forward. He knocked down around the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
Devils got to come out fired up. They got to be going on all cylinders and get some yardage here. Shift this momentum quickly.
Well, you can see Alex Rivera on the sidelines. He picks his helmet up and thinks about it, but there's just no way he can do it. His ankle is too sore. He's right down in front of us.
I'll be looking for Medina to get the ball. He's carried the ball 16 times for 134 yards, followed by Rivera, who you just said is out of the game. He had 4 carries, and Dan's got 5 at 19 yards.
Well, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own 32-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils trail by 1. Here's Medina. Medina breaking up the middle, takes a couple of shots. A gain of about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
You need these guys up front to sustain their blocks and get downfield blocking, get some room for the running backs.
Derek Boucher and the guys trying to rally up the troops on the sidelines here, get them back into this game. Here's Medina again right up the middle. He's popped. Medina took a tough stick there. Gain of 1 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 6.
Good defense.
Yeah.
This is crucial, Edward.
Very crucial here. 3rd and 6 for the Blue Devils. Ball sitting on their own 40-yard line. Richards, nice block by Medina, helped him out. Got a man open, Creed. Couldn't quite get it, just high. A little too high for Creed to reach up and grab and bring it in, so it's going to be incomplete. It's now 4th and 6.
That's 7 attempts and no completions for the Blue Devils.
I'll tell you, Alex Medina did a heck of a job. If you had a replay on that one, to see him block, picked up 2 men coming from the backside.
There it is.
Look at Medina, picked up that guy, and he picked up the first one, and here's the toss, and it's just a little high. Creed can't quite grab it. So the Blue Devils need to punt to the Chieftains.
Got to get down there for good coverage.
David Arsenal doing the punting for the Blue Devils. Ooh, stepped up, nice spiral kick, end over end, nice job. Caught just around the 25-yard line. Here come the Chieftains breaking down the right side. Uh-oh, he could be going all the way. He is. Medina's going to try to catch him, but it's not going to happen. Chieftains return it. 75 yards for a touchdown.
That's a very unfortunate letdown in this part of the special teams.
Ooh.
That could be the nail in the coffin right there.
Boy, oh boy, that was a tough one to let that score down there.
You see the wall set up there on the Chieftains sideline, and people trying to arm tackle, and there was no one there. And then by the time he got out, there was just open space.
Could have used that sideline as an extra play or run him out of bounds, but he just cut back inside. Then the foot race, and Medina just couldn't quite catch him. And Chieftains take it in, and they're going to call a timeout. And now they want to talk about what they're going to do again. Chieftains are all huddled up on the left side, way away from the ball. Seven minutes, 1 second to go. 21-14, Blue Devils trail on a 75-yard punt return by the Chieftains of Neshoba.
Of course, that can go both ways. Blue Devils got a kickoff coming to them. Can run it back, get a defensive stand.
Well, it'd be nice to stop this point right here.
Yeah.
And they're still in the game of 1 score. Kicks up. Oh, shanked, but it went through. A low line drive, and it was good. So 22-14, Blue Devils need 2 scores now.
Ed, do you know if the Neshoba is in the same division?
I don't believe they are.
Right.
No, this is a non-divisional game.
Right.
They're Division 2, I believe.
Yes, I believe you're right. Thank you, Andre.
So in the division we have Leominster, St. John's, Fitchburg, and
no.
I know someone is probably watching this on TV and saying, "You don't know that?" No, I don't. It's slipping my mind. You know who was in? Who are the 4 teams?
Yes. You want to know who the division ones are?
St. John's, Fitchburg, Leominster.
Holy Name? Brockton? No. St. John's?
Milford? No.
No, Milford's not a division game.
I believe it's North Middlesex.
North Middlesex.
I believe it's North Middlesex. Yeah, it's North Middlesex.
Well, there's the schedule. I'm not sure. They change divisions so much now. You know, people move around.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Okay, we need a big play here.
If Andre get on that internet, we'd be able to find out. Oh, you got one of those cheap ones that you can't go on the internet from?
Oh, no, there is no internet here.
He was on the internet last week, wasn't he?
No, it wasn't.
No, he doesn't have a good laptop here.
Oh.
Andre's got one of these laptops that'll do everything. You know, tell you how to spell your spell your own name. Did I choke or did my microphone cut off?
W-O Wolf.
All right, here we go. A little bit of a delay here. But the Chieftains are now ready to kick to the Blue Devils. Need to get something going with 7 minutes, 1 second to go. Must be me. Okay. I don't know. I just heard I got muted, Jeff. Not neutered.
Me,
not neutered, muted.
My hands Queenie.
There's the kick by the Neshoba Chieftains. The long kick taken by Creed down around the 15-yard line. Creed breaking out the right side, trying to turn back. Fumble. Neshoba with the baseball, the football. That's not a good sign. Creed coughed up the ball. Took a shot in the hand. He's shaking his left hand a little bit out there, and Neshoba picks up. Oh, here we go. A streaker going across the field. Oh, he's got pants on, but the cops aren't going to catch this kid. Go.
We don't have him on film, huh?
Oh, that's pretty good.
He escaped. We had the replay of the fumble.
Look at him. He's running to the kid. Look at the crowd chasing him. Where are all those kids coming from?
Well, you know, that goes to show you, you let up the big play and you have turnovers, you lose games. That's not over, by all means, but it's not looking too good.
Well, it's 1st and 10 for the Chieftains on the Blue Devil 25-yard line.
They need to get the ball back now. They need to have a turnover. And, you know, Neshoba's not going to be passing the ball, so they need to get some licks in there and strip it.
Clock running. That kid's still running out there.
Where is he?
It's like the Pied Piper. He's running up by the concession stands. He ran in the bathroom.
Maybe he just had to go.
Good point.
I mean, that's about the only time I could run even half that fast.
2nd and 8 for the Chieftains. Quick pitch to the right side. Number 40 right up the middle, just off tackle to the right side. And we got a pile of people flying all over the place. Ball's going to be marked about the 16-yard line. Blue Devils are going to call a timeout. Five minutes, 52 seconds to go. 4th quarter. Blue Devils trail 22-14. Blue Devils need a timeout. Creed coming to the sideline. Take a little deserved rest. While we have this timeout, I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight. Richardson & Sons Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, El Camino Restaurant, and of course Ken's Taxi.
Looks like fun, huh?
Yeah, the kid's still running out there. They got it's like the Pied Piper. He's got people chasing him. The crowd's getting big. It's like a wave. The cops just tased him. No, I'm just kidding. Get that kid over here. We'll interview him. He should be on the football team. He was pretty fast.
He was really fast.
Here we go. 3rd and about 2 for the Chieftains. Real tight set. Quarterback keeper right side. He turns the corner, leads himself forward, and he's got enough for 1st down. Oh, that was a new play.
Yeah, it was a good run by the quarterback. I mean, he went to, I don't think it was designed to go up the middle, but it looked like it was going to go up the middle, and Leominster had that middle blocked off for sure, and he just bounced outside.
Had enough speed to turn the corner and get a 1st down. So it's 1st and 10, balls on the Blue Devil the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. Clock running. 5 minutes, 31 seconds to go. Blue Devils trail 22-14. Straight dive up the middle. Linebacker almost had him, but popped right off him. Number 45 for the Blue Devils. Michael Pedria popped him in the backfield. The kid just bounced off him and moved himself forward. It's going to be 2nd and about 2 yards for a 1st down. 4:51 to go. Shoba taking the time, taking some time off the clock, controlling the football. Third man power drive right up the middle, and he's in for a score. Ouch. Boy, they had a full house backfield, and they let him right into the hole, and Well, it wasn't much touching going on there, and he took it in the end zone for a score.
Yeah, that was good blocking up front. He had a hole, and he was barely touched, and he walked in there pretty easily.
28-14, 4 minutes, 24 seconds to go. Still plenty of time for the Blue Devils. They've got an explosive offense. You've got to take that ball and drive it down the field and a couple of long pass plays. And
that 2-minute old going.
next kick is up. And it's good. 29-14, Blue Devils trail with 4 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Well, looks like Neshoba's come on pretty strong since they lost that first game to Westboro. Just looking at the notes here, Ed. In the week after Westboro, their second game they beat, that was
Clinton,
28-7.
And then they beat Gardner.
And they beat Gardner 25-22.
So they've been scoring some points. I mean, they're right in the same range at 22, 28, 22, 29 tonight. So they're scoring that same range. A nice crowd here tonight for homecoming. Again, congratulations to Amanda Lavasa and Michael DeFelice for being the king and the queen.
Well, Neshoba scored, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I was done.
Just going over the stats with Andre. They've scored 14 points in this fourth quarter, and that's been the difference. The Devils have 0.
Yeah, that would make a huge difference on 14 points.
Although the Devils still have them outnumbered in yards. They have 203 yards compared to Neshoba's 166. And the plays run are about even. It's just that Neshoba's been able to put the ball in the end zone where the Devils haven't been. That turnover and the big plays hurt.
Yeah, they've had a couple of plays that were tough for the Blue Devils. And now they're going to put the ball up in the air and get some yardage. Here's to Medina. Here comes Medina. One man to beat. Medina going down the left side. Here's a big play. Medina's going to run down the left side. He's across the 20, down around the 10-yard line and knocked out of bounds. Wow, Alex Medina. I don't know where he's getting all this speed and this energy from, but he's been a workhorse all night long. And, boy, he took that ball all the way down. They're going to mark it just about the 10-yard line. Wow.
That was a great run, huh?
Boy, it sure was.
Yeah, it was a bad replay on my part, though.
You didn't get it, Jack?
I got half of it.
You know, he's so quick. He just give him a little opening there, and he's gone.
I didn't even get half.
Yeah, he took off it, boy. I'll tell you, it was a nice run from Medina. Now, this is what they need. They're on the 10-yard line, first and goal from the 10. They're trying to hustle the stakes down there. Did you say steak?
I said mistake.
Oh.
I missed the button.
Well, it looks like they're going to be... Kittredge rolls out. He's got a man open.
Bingo.
Oh, incomplete. Oh, couldn't. He's just a little bit behind. He tried to hit Goldsberry in the end zone.
Flag down.
Just a little bit behind. Do we have a flag?
Yes, we do. It's in the range of offsides.
Or holding?
Yeah.
Ah, boy.
That was good pass defense on the Neshoba. I was watching the receivers, Ed, and they were covered pretty closely.
Here's that pass right now on the replay to Goldsby, and just behind him. He had to turn back to catch it, and that let that defenseman come up and just pop that out of his hand.
Yeah.
Right there. And Goldsby tried to get it on the rebound, and he's a basketball player, so he doesn't give up on those things, and just couldn't quite reach it, and the ball fell aimlessly to the ground.
Aimlessly.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the Blue Devils. So that's going to move it back 5 yards. It's going to be first and 15. They can get a first down about the 1 foot line. Penalty hurt the Blue Devils.
That's 5 penalties for 35 yards. Compared to Neshoba with 3 penalties for 30 yards, so it's relatively even.
So it's first and 15. Ball's on the 15.
Why?
Got a man wide open. It looks like Shane has got the touchdown. Michael Shana with a nice sliding grab and a nice pass by Kittredge. Put it in the end zone for 6 points.
They're going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, it doesn't really much matter. You got to have the 2.
Got to have the 2. 3 would be better, but I don't think that's going to happen.
That would be a chip shot. Can we go back and get 3? Like the 3-point? We got a 3-point line here? Goldsby can shoot it. He's a basketball player. Well, there's a quick hitter for the Blue Devils. Still time on the clock of 4 minutes. And we have a timeout. Blue Devils, I want to talk this over, Larry, so maybe they heard you talking about going for 3. Well, now the strategy comes into play. Do you go for the 2 points or do you go for the 1 point? It's 29-20.
Why would you go for 1?
Well, then you got to score twice. You've got to go for 2 here because then you're only a touchdown and a field an extra point. But then you could, if you miss it, now you're in trouble. So if you go with a 1 point here, then you score and you go for the 2 point for the win. It's real big. Let's see. Aha. My strategy here. The 1 point.
Could it be a fake?
We'll soon find out.
No, it's 2 for 2 on the day. I think they'll just kick it. You got it.
Essentially kicks it up and good. Well, they took my strategy now. Now they come down and going to win it with a 2 point conversion after the next touchdown.
A fumble on this kickoff.
All right,
would be good.
There's another question. Do you go for the onside? Nah, too much time. 4 minutes straight up on the board. Blue Devils trail 29-21. Turned out to be a barn burner.
The Blue Devils, Andre just informed me, have 4 timeouts remaining, so they have plenty of time.
I got to, you know how Mark Levasseur picked the last play, the quarterback sneaked when they scored that one time? He just said now, onside kick. Don't tell anybody.
What would you do?
I'd punt.
That's why we don't ask him play-by-play.
Yeah.
It's Larry's job.
That's right. All right, so here we go, getting ready. It's Kyle Salisbury back out to kick off for the Blue Devils.
4 minutes is a
lot
decent amount of time.
A lot of time. They can kick it deep and hold the shoulder, maybe get some good field position, run it down on a couple of nice pass patterns, 2 point conversion. This one's over.
How many timeouts do they have left?
4.
They have 4 timeouts left.
That'd be a tie game.
We'll go for 3 points.
We also have we have a kicker for Leominster that can actually kick.
Correct.
I didn't mean it to sound like that, but I did. It's been a while. Roger Pompey.
Roger was the kicker.
That was a long time ago.
Is that why he still wears shorts?
The toe. It's a kid's game.
Roger.
Remember that?
Oh, I do, yes.
Must have good coverage on this kickoff. Must get down there fast.
Here we go. Kyle Salisbury doing the kicking for the Blue Devils.
Oh,
he squibbed it, and it's going to be illegally touched. Somebody better jump on that ball because the Neshoba can pick that thing up. It's going to be an illegal touch, but
that was scary, Ed.
I believe it was an onside attempt.
Somebody got hit. The Neshoba could have picked that ball up.
Absolutely. Taking that thing and just ran in, taking it for a run. And now they're going to. It's a penalty on the Blue Devils, obviously, but Neshoba would take the ball at the area where it was touched by the Blue Devils, and that sets Neshoba up in a good field position. Well, it looked like it was going to be an onside attempt for me. Kyle Salisbury usually kicks it pretty well down the field, but
I don't know. 4 timeouts, kick it deep. 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, I would have.
Kick it deep. Yeah, what are you doing over there?
This is now undue, unneeded pressure.
Right, exactly. Mark, can you write down 7 numbers for me tonight before we leave?
I can write. I can write down 4. Susquehanna 222.
01144. Ooh, maybe it's the Warden. There's the Neshoba. They bounced off. Oh my goodness! No.
They had him for a loss.
Number 41 for the Blue Devils. Had him dead in the backfield and allowed him to scoot out, and that was Joe Thibodeau. No arm wrapping on that time, was just ran into him, hoped he'd fall down, but that kid's a big fullback, and he took it forward. A gain of about 7 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, arm tackles don't work with guys like that.
And the official stretching his chest.
Here's a replay.
That's a 30-second timeout. You watch Thibodeau came through and had this for a loss.
Yeah, good penetration here.
Thibodeau shoots the hole.
Disrupted the blocking scheme.
No, it wasn't Thibodeau, I'm sorry. It was, we'll go a little further and see who that's on the ground.
The two guys were right there.
41 and 11.
21-11. 11 is Alex Alcala. And was it 41 you said?
Yes, it was.
Okay, thank you. That was Joe Thibodeau, 41. So it's 2nd and 4. 3 minutes, 21 seconds to go. Blue Devils call the timeout to stop that clock.
Neshoba just needs to get a first down and take their time and run the clock out, actually.
Yeah, that'll just about do it. You're absolutely right. They got to stop him here. They can't let him get that first down. Yeah, we should get a masseuse as a sponsor.
We should.
Yeah.
We
My
should.
back's killing me.
Or some really comfortable seats.
Yeah, I know.
Either that or get a hot tub up here or something. I think just let us use it for the season.
With all this power.
Yeah, we can do. Oh, yeah, we could do the broadcast from a hot tub. Would that be something? We'd set a new precedent.
I ain't going to no hot tub with you. We'd have to call Clean Harbors. Oh, here we go.
All the popcorn.
That's right. Oh, the shoulder broke right through the middle. Jaunting his way down around the 15-yard line. There's that first down. You talked about Larry. And
yeah, it's not good.
Not pretty at this point now.
Blue Devils are going to have to take this game, dissect the film, and make some adjustments.
Well, we can still hope for a fumble. Stop him. Don't let him get in. It's 3 minutes, 10 seconds, clock running. Shoba's going to run that clock down.
And they continue to use the two main workhorses here in the Shoba backfield. Patterson is 14 carries at 78 yards, and the other guy, Green, is at 64 yards.
They just run straight up, straight at you.
I think I'm not going to make any judgments.
Okay.
I'll keep my judgments to myself.
Right side sweep. He's going down around the first down marker. Going to be close. May have knocked him out of bounds, which will save them a timeout. See where the marker is. Just going to be shy of the first down, about a yard shy. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Two minutes, 33 seconds to go in the game. 29-21, Blue Devils trail. The Shoba on the move. 2 yards to go for first down. Ball's on the Blue Devils 6-yard line.
The defense is playing for pride right now. You know, they want to keep them out of the end zone. You don't want the score to go up any higher. Keep them out of the end zone.
Quarterback keeper following the horses down the middle. And the scrum is pushed back forward.
The Shoba's still coming to that ball from the huddle like it was the first quarter.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are moving. You're absolutely right. Well, when you get a team like Leominster on the ropes,
yeah,
you don't want to let them out. And, you keep hustling all you can. And that was enough for first down. So it's first and goal from the Blue Devil 5-yard line. Clock running 2 minutes, 24 seconds to go. 21, Blue Devils trail. Beautiful night for football here at Doyle Field. There's the Shoba, first and goal from the 5. Second man's popped and thrown back. There's the Blue Devil defense. Chris Degnall in on that tackle, along with number 41 for the Blue Devils, Joe Thibodeau, and a host of other players. And we have a timeout. Blue Devils.
I would suspect that Neshoba won't. Well, they won't try too hard to poke this one in. I mean, I think it's a matter of mutual respect, and they don't want to run the score up. I suspect.
Well, if they're that kind of team, then they should punt.
Better yet, just give the ball back to Leominster.
Well, yeah, where is the ball? On the 10-yard line? 7-yard line?
Good replay there, Jack. Look at Dignall, knee right to the chest. Oh.
It's that type of play that there has to be consistent.
Absolutely.
So you see it, you see the pieces of it, of the puzzle here, but it's got to be consistent. It's got to be the complete puzzle. All the pieces got to fit together.
Right.
And obviously that's what they're working on. The what's this, 4th game of the season? Make some more adjustments, tune the machine up a little bit.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's a lot of points to be scored on a defense here.
Yeah, they've been on the field a long time this year, this game. 1 minute 50 seconds to go. Ball sitting on the Blue Devil 6-yard line. It's 2nd and goal from the 6. We are across the field in the new press box. 2nd man, Dignall grabs a hold of him, pulls him back. Like, come here, boy, you're not going anywhere.
Got a flag.
I don't even see the flag, Ed.
I don't
Maybe I was imagining things.
No, it's there. You got a holding.
It is a holding call on the Schober. 1:44 to go.
There it goes.
So they moved him back 5 yards.
10 yards.
10 yards, I'm sorry. And now it's going to be 2nd and about 11 for the Schober. Clock's running, 1:39 to go.
Take a knee.
Yeah. Just about kill it off with the knee.
How many timeouts?
Still have 3
Leominster?
timeouts.
3 timeouts.
Got 3 left?
3 left.
Oh. Schober
Nope,
took
gotta
it, sent it
stop
out the
him
right
now.
side, turned the corner and chased him, and he didn't get him out of bounds.
Looking right now.
Now they've stopped the clock.
2 timeouts.
One more timeout.
2.
2 left for the Blue Devils.
According to Andre, I'm half asleep here. I'm suffering from the specific dynamic effect of a jelly donut.
Is that what happens?
In a long day.
Yeah.
Well,
The wind's picking up. It's nice and cool.
this is incredible. We had almost identical shots from our 2 camera people.
One minute, 19 seconds to go in this long 4th quarter. Seems like it's been a long time since we've said anything else.
9:30.
3rd and goal from
Gotta
13.
Gotta hold him.
Nice drive, nice job up front by the Blue Devils. Where have these guys been? Again, there's that number 53 for the Blue Devils. Michael Amico, seniors, 5'8", 195. I think he's heavier than that. He's a big kid. And Blue Devils, another timeout. So we're 4th and goal from the 11. What do you think, Larry? We're going to minute 13. We're down by 8 points. We're going to get the ball back.
It's never over till it's over, right?
Score 6, go 3 points, and win it.
Anything can happen.
They can either kick it here or go for it. What do you think?
Well,
Kick it, put the game away, go for it. Probably get the first down and knee it.
I don't think they'll go for it because it's 4th and goal from the 11.
Expect the kick.
The kick has been, their extra point kicker has kicked the ball pretty well up onto the hill, so that may be an option. The other option is to try to run it, get an end sweep, and get it down as far as you can, and then let the Blue Devils start deep in their own zone. So they've got some good options at that point. Blue Devils come up, do some smash mouth football here, knock it down, get the offense on the field, start throwing the football, and you never know what can happen.
That's right. Well, it takes one play to score.
Yeah, you've got guys that can speed down that field. You know, Shayna, Goldsby, they can really move. Got Medina, send him out of the backfield. He can run by anybody.
They're going for the field goal.
They are. Well, there's a good choice. Let's see. This kid has been
See
kicking.
what happens here.
Fake, maybe? They did it once before. Kicks down, and it's a liner. No good. Well, the Blue Devils dodged one there, so now they still have life. Still have life.
And one timeout.
The beauty of that is it didn't eat up any time on the clock.
No.
It was like a 1 second
Kick.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Beautiful.
Jack, what's his white wire do?
What?
What's his white wire do?
You mean the one that we didn't plug in? Oh, no.
We have no video.
Afterwards, we're going to get a shot of this wire mess here.
Oh, my goodness. What a mess. Thank God there's no power surge. Well, Blue Devils take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. We got a shot.
There it is. Look at this mess of wires. Again, that's here we go. Blue Devils in a shotgun. Keep him in. They're looking for Goldsby.
He's open. Oh.
He was, but tucked under the arm. Kittredge running to the outside. Got a good block. He's got to get out of bounds. Nice job, Kittredge, across the 40-yard line to the 41-yard line.
So I'd have roughing on the sideline over there.
We got a flag.
Personal foul.
Could add another 15 to that.
I wouldn't mind seeing them running that same play again.
Well, we're in a shotgun formation. Goldsby was open for a short time, but Kittredge wasn't prepared to throw it at that time. And minute 3 seconds to go. Let's see what the penalty is. Officials coming over to look right at us. Personal foul. So we have a little extracurricular activity on the right-hand side of the shoulder. And they've called a timeout. So the ball's going to be placed down around in the shoulder, right on the shoulder, 45-yard line. 1 minute, 3 seconds to go in the game. Blue Devils trail by 8, and they're on the move.
They get a score 2. If they do score, they still get a score 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if they go for 3, they can win it.
Where's the 3-point line?
Some high school rule, I don't know. That was Jack.
I thought they changed that rule.
Well, the show was starting to talk it over, see what they want to do. You know, they got to dig in. They know they're in the pass defense. Going to be in a prevent, obviously. They don't want to get beat deep. But, you know, the Blue Devils can throw that ball short underneath, and they got some speed, get to the sidelines and use that clock, and they're still not out of this ball game.
Nine for 1 in the passing department, the Blue Devils.
This is our setup right here.
We know where every one of those wires goes.
This is definitely our setup. Can you imagine? That's me right there. Hi. Okay, here we go. Yeah, don't tell the wire inspector.
Don't we know him, though?
Yeah, we're all set. Well, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Kittredge really lays it out. It's going to be high. Ooh, that's a dangerous pass. Way up like that. He had 3 coverage.
We can still go in the middle. We still have 1 timeout.
We still have 1 timeout. You can go over the top if they need that 1st down. That was a good one to get a big chunk of yardage. 58 seconds to go on the clock. Time is stopped. The incomplete pass. Ball's on the 45-yard line of the Chieftains. I've only said it 14 million times tonight and I forgot.
Got to have good pass blocking here up front.
This is like watching a Red Sox game.
Isn't it? It is.
You know? Shotgun formation. Kittredge back.
Run it.
Kittredge is going for it all. He's got Goldsby open. Goldsby couldn't catch the ball. Oh, went right through his hands. Right through his hands. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness. That was 6. Oh, here comes the pass on the replay. Goldsby just looks over his shoulder. Thrown well.
Nice pass. Good pass blocking.
And we missed it.
How did we miss that?
I think Mark got excited.
There it is.
Actually went right through his hands. Well, it's 3rd and 10. Ball still on the 45-yard line. Shotgun formation. Sending Shayna down the middle. Kittredge jumped up and he got chased out of the pocket. Got to get rid of that ball. Good job. Throws it just out of bounds into the stands. Lucky souvenir for somebody.
This is it.
So now we're 4th and 10. 43 seconds. Blue Devils still have a timeout. They can go for the first, or they have to go for at least for the first down. And then they can call a timeout and start this all over again.
We still got to clean this up, Eddie.
Yeah,
we
but-
got to lug it to the car.
Yeah, but Larry's here.
Oh, good. That's right.
Oh, I didn't tell you?
Oh, no. Well, the fans are getting into it now.
Goldsby over the middle. Right over
Yeah,
the middle.
they got to make sure they go to the 10 yards. The show was in a prevent. This is it right now.
It's like a cover 3 defense.
Little flea flicker. Flicker flea.
I don't know. This is a tough call right here. Got to go 10 yards minimum. They're in the shotgun. They're going to get one back now, so they're going to flood the backs. Here comes Neshoba. There's a long pass down the sideline. He's got a man open. Goldsby catches it down to the 1 yard line. Goldsby's down to the 1 yard line. Oh, I'm sorry, not Goldsby. Number 3. That's Alex Medina.
No, it's Goldsby, number 9.
Was? I don't think so. I thought it was
Goldsby, number 9.
All right, it was Goldsby. So here's the Blue Devils. They're down to the 1 yard line. They're hustling out to get this ball in the end zone. 36 seconds to go on the clock. They start the clock and there's a timeout. Oh, they should have called that before that. We lost a second
What'd
there.
they do that for?
I don't know.
All right, we got to try to get that replay again.
Wow, what a catch. That was big. Nice throw by Kittredge.
Nice throw, nice block, and nice catch. That's all around well played there.
All right, let's look at this. Ready?
Good stride forward.
Here it comes.
Beautiful. Way to use his hands.
Was it Goldsby?
It was Goldsby.
Yes, it was. Yep, you're right. It was Goldsby. Nice catch.
One great tackle there to save it.
Yep,
too.
just got his ankle.
Oh.
Let's call the booth. Have the officials call the booth. We'll say it's in.
Good recovery by that defensive back.
Yeah, he made a nice saving tackle there. Now, here's where we stand. 35 seconds. Blue Devils trail by 8. They're on the 1 yard line. 1st and goal.
No timeouts?
One timeout left. No timeouts
No
left.
timeouts.
They got to get this ball in the end zone. They don't want to get caught on a running play because that could waste the time.
Then they got to score 2 if they get it in.
And they have to score
Wow,
2.
my heart.
We have a nurse right behind you. You're all set. I got the epinephrine pen right here. You're all set. Oh, that's for bee stings.
Speaking of bee stings, I got stung the other day.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm not going to tell you where either.
That's even better.
The derriere.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he got me.
You're out in the woods?
No, I actually knew I had an old tool chest, and when I dropped it, about 6 million bees came out.
Here we go. Blue Devils, 1st and goal. Right up the middle, Medina. They're going to mark him short. They better get up and down that ball. Clock's running. 28 seconds to go. 2nd down. Medina didn't get in. Down around the, looks like the 1 foot line.
He's going to spike it.
He does spike it. Could just spike to stop the clock. 18 seconds. Wow.
Oh.
Woo-wee.
My heart.
Now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1.
Be still my heart.
You know, you got these guys up front. They got to. It's 1-on-1, right? You got to beat the man in front of you here,
Well, I have a hard time believing Medina can't dive over that pile.
especially with the beef up front.
You know, all they got to do is hit those guys in the midsection, bend them down, and Medina goes over the top for 6.
I can't imagine them calling anything else than that.
They've got to hurry, though. They got to have 2 plays called here. They should go with no huddle in the next play.
10 o'clock.
18 seconds. Ball's on the 1 foot line. 3rd and goal. And we got a timeout. Now the Schober, I believe, is called a timeout. Well, talk about coming down to the wire.
Good game.
Be great, even better if they tie this thing up and we go to overtime. An exciting homecoming game here at Doyle Field. Blue Devils knocking on the door, trying to get back into this game. 18 seconds to go, trailing by 8. Got to get to 6 and then get to 2. Here come the Blue Devils. It's 3rd and goal from the 1. Medina
in.
breaks through.
He's in.
Touchdown. 12 seconds. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Still got to get the 2. Don't celebrate too much.
Now we got to get the 2.
I'd run the same play.
Big call right now.
I'd run the same play.
Got to go with the meat and
I would
potatoes.
run a pitch.
Same play.
Got to run a pitch. They're going to stack that middle.
Now they got to fake
Right.
Creed up the middle, send Medina out right side. Let's see what happens.
Stacking that middle all night.
You got to get the corner though. You got to make sure you get to the corner.
Yeah, they haven't done that all night either,
No.
so that would be a
Medina
good call.
right around the corner.
Yeah, they haven't reached the corner though. That's the problem. All right, here we go. This
Same
is for
play.
it. This is
Same
for the
play.
tie. 12 seconds. The clock will not run. It's a 2-point conversion. Blue Devils need the 2.
They're going to give it to Creed, though.
Ball's on the 3.
Wide open. Running in.
He's going to get in. He does. It's all tied up. Kittredge on a great quarterback keeper. Send everybody to the left side. Come around the right side and ties it up 29-29. A great job by the Leominster Blue Devils staff. Wow. Kittredge around the corner for the 3-yard run to tie this thing up.
That was a great call.
Beautiful outside. They stacked the middle.
Yeah,
Faked in with Creed.
Wow.
You had the option to pass or run it.
Well, they were looking for the pass. They were looking for Creed. They were looking for Medina, obviously. And Kittredge just put it on his hip and took off with it. 12 seconds now. The Blue Devils still have to kick. Do a squib kick here?
Yes.
Don't kick it deep. Squib kick, cover the ball. Wow. An exciting game here tonight. Great call by the coaching staff on that one, Larry.
Absolutely. They had them all faked. It just goes to show you anything can happen, right? We were saying about 4 or 5 minutes ago, it's not looking good, not looking good.
Wow.
But anything can happen, and it did.
Sure did.
And Goldsby just kept pushing through. Finally got that one catch for the 35 yards, set it all up.
Now, do they go into overtime?
No.
They don't have overtime? Okay. We just had to ask. I mean. Oh, we ran out right before that last play.
We've done that. We have.
Hey, where's the wood?
Yeah. Change the tape. Change the tape. Well, so put it down now, 29-29, 12 seconds to go on the clock. Blue Devils have to kick the Chieftains one more time. They're going to have maybe one play, maybe 2 plays. Throw it up for a long one and protect. Kyle Salisbury kicking for the Blue Devils.
65, squiggle.
It's an end over end. It's going to down around the 30-yard line. Now you got to cover this one.
They
Stay
gotta
in
get him.
your zone.
Get him.
Oh no! Oh no! The guy's on the outside. One man to beat. Oh,
You got
good
him.
job.
Creed. Beautiful sack.
2 seconds.
Woo! Creed with a saving tackle. 2 seconds to go. So Neshoba's going to have one play. They're going to air it out. I got to assume they're going to air it out. How about this scenario? He airs it out. Blue Devils intercept it and run it all the way back.
Could happen.
I'm jumping out the window if that happens.
You know, I wonder now if the show was thinking when they had the ball down here if they should have ran out the clock. But actually, the Blue Devils had a good strategy. They were calling the timeouts and wouldn't let them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. And that missed field goal.
this field goal, right? Huge.
Well, here we go. 2 seconds left on the clock. One play for the Neshoba Chieftains.
This defensive lineman got to pin him back, go after that quarterback.
That's a quick run right up the middle and flattened. Number 45 for the Blue Devils.
Well, tie isn't a victory, but it's better than a loss, that's for sure.
Michael Pedria just ran over the Chiefs and knocked it down. The scoreboard says no timeout, no time on the clock, but it's unofficial. And the official said that's it. Or do we call a timeout?
You got a timeout.
Well, we have one. I guess there must be a couple of seconds left. The clock was unofficial. See if they give a signal of how many seconds are left.
Still a big crowd, Ed.
Sure is. The people started to leave, but then the Blue Devils started to make that comeback, and they put the word out and said, come on back. We're still in this one.
Could have easily said, this game's over, I'm going home.
Yeah, I think some people
I'm
did.
going to get something to eat.
Well, exciting night for the Blue Devils. Coaches, I'm sure, telling them out there, listen, boys, nothing big here. Hold your areas, play tough, knock them down. You can only see Mark Lavassa working 2 cameras right now.
Well, speaking of where'd my daughter go?
She went with your lovely wife somewhere. There you go. Multitask. Well, this has got to be the last play for Neshoba. Clock shows nothing. Leominster in 4-man prevent. Straight dive up the middle. And he's dragged down from behind. Good job by the Blue Devil defense. And Bobby Goldsberry get in there and grab the hold of a foot. Alcala and number 7. No, there's still time on. I don't know how much time's left, but that was enough for first down.
They must be using the other clock.
That's got to be it.
Oh, that's somebody called a timeout. Yeah, it's a timeout.
We're on the Neshoba time.
Well, I don't know how. I wish they'd give a signal of how much time's left. The coaches, the Leominster coaches staffs are all the hands up in the air. Well, you know, how much, guys? How much time? Who's running the clock down there?
I'm surprised Neshoba didn't pass, you know?
Yeah, at least throw it out there.
Throw it out there,
give it a try,
absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe they're going to wait for the. How much time? Guys, we can't tell. They're coming over to tell the coaches right now. What did he say?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. That should do it. You shouldn't even got that play off. They spiked it to stop the clock, so there's going to be one more play. Wow.
Yeah, really.
It's the longest 2 seconds I ever saw.
We're on Neshoba time. We're on Neshoba time.
29-29, one play. I've been saying that for the last 4 plays. This is where the chicken piccata would kick in.
Oh.
Don't go there.
It's got to be the final play. Quick pitch to the outside. Option
Back
pass.
pass.
Option pass. He's going to run it down the sidelines. Nice job by the Blue Devils in a prevent. They knock him out of bounds. That's got to be it.
I hope it's it. If not, what do they got? Big Ben in England?
Well, let's see what they're going to do now. Wait a minute.
Can you figure it out? Yeah, look at your watch.
And I believe that's it. I think that's it.
That looks like it, Ed.
Well, let's see. Wait, let's see now. The officials are
They don't know
talking.
what they're doing.
As Mark
Why do you wear 3 watches?
The one in the middle stopped. The one on the end doesn't.
One on the end is 2 hours fast. What do you do? I divide by 3. What time is it? 2 o'clock.
Well, they're still talking out there. I don't know what this is all about. It looked like it was over, and now the teams are.
Maybe they're going overtime.
Oh, here come the
We'll
coaches.
find out. Looks like
The
they're
coaches are
talking
coming
over.
out. Oh, I see what's going to happen.
What?
The 2 coaches are going to duke it out at 50-yard line,
I hope
and the
we
last
don't-
man standing
could
wins.
Possibly run out of tape here. You know.
Oh, that's Chris Young out there. Probably take.
Well, usually what they're doing, if they go to the overtime, they'll put the ball on the 10-yard line. You'll have 4 plays to score. You don't score, they take it down the other end, they put it on the 10-yard line, and they give you 4 plays to score. First guy
We're trying to
wins.
figure that out. We don't know if they're going overtime or not.
I think that's what they do.
Okay, you want to take her home or? Yeah, you want to go home?
We got you, Jack. So the coaches are out there talking about what to do. The show was bouncing around like they got something going on over there. They just wasted all the energy they had left.
Should I check to see how much tape we got left?
No.
Yeah, looks like we're going to overtime.
That's what it looks like. Maybe they got to flip. See who gets it first. Maybe it's sudden death, whoever scores first. I think that's what it might be as well.
I'm going to get another tape just in case.
Okay. So the officials are still talking it over. I'm just wondering if they know. Officials still talking it over what to do out here, and now they're finally coming to the sidelines and tell the coaches what's it all about. They're going to talk to they're going to take the captains, I believe, at midfield. And I think we're going to flip, and I think we're going to be in sudden death.
Yep. And looking at the stats with Andre here, Red, things are pretty even. Just like the score. I mean, at this point, total rushing attempts is 34 to 41. Leominster has 225 yards on the ground compared to the Neshoba's 214. Rushing touchdowns, each team has 3. The difference is passing yards. But Leominster had that one long pass was 50 yards versus Neshoba has 23 yards passing. And then another difference is the total attempts. Leominster attempted 14 passes, completed 2. Again, one was that big one. Andre, how many yards was that big one?
35 yards.
35 yards.
Salisbury.
Yeah, and the Neshoba was 3 for 3 in the passing category. Yards
All
per.
right, why don't you sit?
The excuse me.
How's a passerby?
Total offensive plays: 48 for the Blue Devils, 44 for the visitors, and penalties are relatively even. Although
Too much,
Neshoba
though.
does have more.
Yeah.
They have 55 yards compared to the Devils' 35. As Andre said, that's too much. Third down attempts. Neither team was very good there. Devils were 10 for 4 and
4 for 10.
4 for 10 and the Neshoba 1 for 5. Any other observations there, Andre?
Just that big fourth down completion was to Goldsby on that. It was 4th and 10, and we went 35 yards.
That was a key.
That was the key.
And as we know, turnovers and big plays can make a difference in the ball game.
Big 75-yard punt return by Patterson.
Patterson, yep, yeah, that turned it around for Neshoba.
Well, the captains are out at midfield. They flipped the coin, and I don't know who won it yet. They haven't said. Nobody's jumped for joy, but I believe we're under sudden death, so they're going to place the ball, I believe, but I can't be sure. So I'll probably get mail from this. What do you mean, you don't know the rule? No, I don't.
We'll find out.
We'll soon find out. Looks like the Blue Devils lost the toss. Unless they play, I'm not sure what they do. We'll find out in a minute. With basketball, I could tell you.
Ooh, good decision.
Well, Neshoba's going to take the ball, I believe, on the 10-yard line.
Going to the student body right there.
So each team will get 4 downs.
I don't know. I don't know whether they play a sudden death. In other words, if you score,
You win.
It's over. You win. And I think if they stop them, then Leominster would go on the 10, and they would try and score. So you get 4 downs because you only got 10 yards. You either score or you don't. I believe that's how it's going to be run.
Yeah,
But I think it's sudden
like
death. I don't think Leominster would have a chance to come down, but I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Maybe. You think so?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. Get on that internet and find out.
Okay.
You sure? Whoever. All right. Well, it may be that as well. It may be that each team has a chance. Okay, so I think we got that straight. It looks like each team is going to have a chance from the 10-yard line to score, and if neither one score, then we go to sudden death, where the next team who scores, it's over. Well, let's see what happens here. They are right on the 10-yard line, so there is no first down. Oh, it appears that that Leominster has the ball. Okay, so they won the toss. So the Blue Devils have a chance to. Where'd Jack go? Well, here we go. First and goal from the 10. Blue Devils. Creed right up the middle. Creed put his arm out. That's dangerous for a running back to put his arm out of the lead like that. So you dislocate a shoulder.
Nothing fancy there, and I don't think they have to do anything fancy here.
No, gain of 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 7, or 2nd and 6 for a touchdown.
I mean, smash mouth football up front. The guys just got to make the holes for these backs to get through. They got to stay with their blocks.
2nd and goal. Kittredge and Medina. Medina's dragging people forward. He's down around the 5-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 5. Now do you go back to the Kittredge around the end?
I'm sure they're looking for that.
So we're 3rd and 5 from the 5. We're in sudden death. Each team gets 4 plays, try and score. Kittredge bringing in the play from Kittredge, or whatever they say. Football players on the sideline trying to get the fans into it. 3rd and a little less than 5. It's on a 4.5-yard line. Right up the middle. He looks like he's going to be close. No indication. He's down about the 1-yard line. Looks like that was Medina, I believe, going through.
Yeah, he was quick. He's quick getting through that hole, isn't he?
Yeah,
you
he
just
was.
give him a little bit of room, and he squeezes through.
We got a Schober play it down.
Go for it.
I notice a lot of guys stretching and cramping, so hopefully that's all it is for him. You got 4th and 4th and 1 for the Blue Devils.
Got to go for the victory. Go for the touchdown.
Yep.
I'd kick a field goal.
Would you?
No, you know, at
And
this
don't
point.
say you don't want to punt it.
Oh, I wouldn't punt here, no.
Good.
No.
Let's mark that down. It's the first time you said that.
No, it looks like they're looking at his hamster string or calf, maybe. Maybe just a cramp. This is the time of the game where, you know, people start to cramp up. You run out of fluids, and the lactic acid builds up in the muscle, and you just can't clean it out fast enough, and muscle goes into a spasm. So hopefully that's all it is. They seem to be working on his calf muscle. For you people out there that have had cramps, they're painful. Just trying to fill some air time. Well, while we have this time out, I'd like to mention our sponsors for tonight. Ernie Rooney of Richardson & Sons Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, El Camino Restaurant, and, of course, Ken's Taxi. If you'd like to be a sponsor, call LATV, and we'll gladly give you some airtime because our sponsors take care of us and we take care of them. So if you have any need for either one of those or all 4 of those, please call our sponsors. Richardson's Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, El Camino Restaurant, or Ken's Taxis. Well, we'll just keep talking over. We had a little
Looks
bit
like
of
he's getting up. Yep.
All right, he's kind of trying to walk that off. It looked like it was going to be a cramp. The coaches are sending the signals down, but they forgot they have earpieces that can, radio, you don't have to yell. Let's keep it clean here, boys. Let's go now. Here we go. All right, we're 4th and goal from the, looks like it's on the 1 yard line. Strong one.
Go with the horses.
Yep.
Well, here we go. This is do or die time for the Blue Devils.
Dina.
This is their chance to score. Everybody's stacked in the middle now. Here's Kittredge up on the center. Medina trying to get in. He's in for a touchdown. All right, the Blue Devils have scored. Wow, Medina took it off the right side, follow the horses in. As you said, Larry, follow the horses, and he did. He's in the end zone for a touchdown. Now, do you go for 2?
Yeah, it looks like they're going for 2.
Go for the win.
Going for 2. Neshoba gets a chance.
Yes. Yeah, they're going to put it back on the 10-yard line, and Neshoba will get their 4 downs. Just once. If Neshoba ties it up, then we go to sudden death. And the next team that scores, they'll flip again. The next team that gets it, whoever scores first wins.
You going to get breakfast?
What? All right, well, if you have to, you have to. Just show me what you need to do. It's only going to be 4 downs for...
Here we go.
They're going for the 2 points. Goalsby in motion. Well, there was that play. They read that one out. He throws it up in the air. And it's knocked down. All right, now we got an interesting scenario.
Yeah, they were ready for that one.
Yeah. Now it's going to be interesting because if Neshoba goes down and scores, they just kick the extra point to win it.
Don't try to fool them twice. They learned their lesson last time. Roll that out.
Okay. Tie this game up. Blue Devils lead 35-29. Neshoba on their first play. Sweep to the right side. Blue Devils cover it well, keep them inbound. We got a penalty.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness. We must have... Here come the Neshoba Chieftains. They're out again. Need a fumble here, guys. Oh, they met him right in the hole. Nice play by the Blue Devils to stop that one. Going to be 2nd and goal from the 5. They may have lost a yard on the play.
53, Mike Amico. 50, Matt Whitney. And who was the other one? I think 54, Chris McNamara.
So it's 2nd and goal. It did drop it back. It's down just about about where they started, the 5-yard line.
That was 65. That was
Chris Degnault.
Chris Degnault.
So here we go, 2nd and 5. Quick pitch, far right side. Leominster strung it out well. They held him off.
Nice defense.
Nice swarming defense
Good
there.
pursuit. Yep.
Big Matt Whitney out there. Brought it down to about the 3-yard line. It's now 3rd and 3. Stop it in between. Here we're back. Here it is, 3rd and goal from about the 4. Right side, going right side. He looks like he's going to get in. He does.
Wow.
Big play by the Chieftains. Ran that right side power sweep and got it in. Be right back. Killer Jack. And we're back. Trying to get through here. Chieftains going for 2. That doesn't make any sense. They can kick a field goal, an extra point and win this thing. Quick sweep to the right side. He's not going to get it. He's out of bounds. So we're still tied 35 apiece. We'll be right back. Go ahead. Change.
Maybe a house or something.
All right. I'll have a... Well, we got all kinds of people flying around here now. We're on. Yes, we are. Absolutely. So the captains are going to meet out at midfield again. They're going to flip the coin, and I believe at this point.
So I get this tape is full. I get the other one in there. It's going. There's just no replay. All right.
Got it. Well, Larry, what do you think?
Great night for football.
Well, they flipped the coin. Did you see who won?
No, I was caught up in all the commotion on the sideline.
I know. The cheerleaders went by and the fans are going by. No shirts on. There's kids all over the place. This is what it's all about. This is a high school football game. Glad you're here. You should have been here. Everybody should have been here. This is a great homecoming.
Yeah.
Now, to put the icing on the cake, Blue Devils got to win this thing. I'm a little puzzled, though, why they didn't kick the extra point, unless you can in overtime.
No, you can. It's your option.
Thank you, Andre.
He just looked that up on the internet.
He did. That really puzzles me. Why would you, even if you miss it, it's still tied?
I know, 3 for 3 field goals.
Here comes the commotion again, Larry.
Focus, Ed.
I am. Well, we got tapes changed. We've got everything going here.
Okay, Blue Devils are on defense.
All right, so now I believe that whoever scores first now wins it. You got 4 downs to score.
That's what we're told.
That's what we're told. Let's see if that is in fact the truth, but hopefully we won't find out till Leominster scores next.
I guess we need to go to that class.
They both do? How many times do we do that? Oh, again?
Again?
All right, Mr. Michael said that both teams has a shot again.
Just keeps going.
So we're going to keep going.
Just keeps going.
Here's Neshoba, quick pitch, outside.
Come on, rip that ball.
And the Blue Devils stop it down around the 4-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 4. This is cutting into my eating time.
Well, we can get a breakfast sponsor if we're here much longer. Denny's.
Denny's, yeah. I love the handyman special.
I could go for a couple of eggs right now.
Some sausage.
Sausage.
Or some chicken piccata.
Oh, chicken piccata.
Here we go. 2nd and goal from about the 4-yard line.
Inside.
Right up the middle. Blue Devils swarming around. They've got him stopped again. Gain maybe 1 yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd and about 3. Wow.
That's good defense in the middle there. That's exactly what they need to do. We say it all night. They need to get that penetration and disrupt the blocking and cause that commotion in the backfield.
Well, now we got 3rd and a strong 3, maybe 4. It looks like the ball's on the 4, so it is 3rd and 4. I'm hoping Jack's got this on record. Yeah, he does. Shova's going to throw the ball. Out into the flats, incomplete. Oh, I thought McNamara was going to pick that off.
Put your hands
up.
Put
I don't
your
think
hands up.
he was looking to cover, but everybody's in the fans in front of us saying, yeah, put your hands up, put your hands. Well, you know what? He did a good job. That's incomplete. It's now 4th and goal from the 4. Then the Blue Devils have a chance. I feel if they stop them here, the Blue Devils win it on their series. They'll force that ball in.
Yeah.
Well, here we go, 4th and 4.
Well, they tried the right. They tried the middle.
Stand up,
left?
sit down, fight, fight, fight.
They're going to go outside.
Almost plugged
That's
it.
what I think.
outside.
Yeah.
And we have a
That's their
timeout.
strength.
We have a timeout.
Their strength is around the corners. But the Blue Devils have seemed to have adjusted to those most times. I mean, they're still getting some yards, but not like at the beginning of the game.
Well, it's 4th and 4. 35-35. We're in our 2nd overtime. And we'll see if I can get this black tape in that barrel.
All right.
Don't poke an eye out.
Let's see it.
In! Nothing but net.
Audience, you make your judgment.
It's on the left. I saw it bouncing. It's close, though. I didn't, I planned on the wind, but it didn't drift.
Yeah.
All right, enough airtime, Phil. Here go the Blue Devils. They're going to try to hold the Chieftains. It's 4th and 4. Blue Devils, if the Chieftains score, the Blue Devils will have a chance to score.
They could always go for the field goal, but I doubt if they didn't go for it like the first time, they wouldn't do it now.
No, I don't think. I think you got to score. I'm not sure.
I wonder if they can kick.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, I'm going to have to do some research on this.
We can go to that class in the morning, right?
Yes.
The official rules clinic?
Yes. Yes. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. They call my friend Pete.
Stacking left side.
Well, here we go. 4th and 4. Big 4th down. Quick pitch to the outside. They stopped him. They kept him out of the end zone.
Alex Medina.
Medina on a beautiful hit. Wow, now it's up to the Blue Devils to take this ball in the end zone.
He stuffed him.
I'm telling you, Medina's having a
Flag
day.
on the play. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Got me looking.
I know. Well, now the Blue Devils take over. They've got 4 downs to win this game. What a great game this is going to be when the Blue Devils take this in. This place is going to erupt. Better drop down the security screens. We may get overrun when people want to get on camera.
What are they going to do? Up the middle?
Here's a quick shot of the student body. They're all lined up around the ropes. They're going to come flying through when this game's over.
Like Havlicek stole the ball?
Havlicek stole the ball!
Most people won't know what we're talking about. Eh?
I know. Who's getting stretched out here? The kicker. Oh, here we go. Here's Medina right side. Medina still. Oh, he got popped hard. He hang on to that ball. Medina runs it through. A gain of about 2 yards, 3 yards on the play. It's down to around the 7-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 7.
What do you do? Keep giving it to Medina?
I stay with the meat and potatoes.
Medina off the right.
Yeah. Let Creed lead him in and let Medina run it. They're going to score. This is going to be a big victory for the Blue Devils. Fans are into it. Fans are almost on the field. Here we go. 2nd and goal from the 7. Put Goldsby in motion. Here's Medina. Medina right down the middle. He's forcing himself forward. He's across the 5. The scrum's still going. He may be close. He's in. Touchdown. Give him credit. Give that whole front line credit. They kept that scrum moving. Medina just rolled in the end zone for a touchdown. What a victory for the Blue Devils. That's some gut football right there. Wow. The place has erupted. The fans are ready to go get something to eat. And they're happy. Blue Devils here in Leominster on a homecoming. What a great game.
Better stick with the meat and potatoes.
Coaches just went flying out of here. And look at, you can see what's on the field. You can see the fans. Or that's me, but we go to the fans.
That was good to see, Ed, because they went with the power. They went with their strength, right? The power, the strength. Medina behind Salisbury, behind Whitney, right? That front, that offensive line, and his running was simply outstanding.
We'll get some stats when Andre gets them all ready to go. But, you know, this was a heck of a football game here tonight. We had them written off, you know, and they were down, but, boy, there was no quit. They had a couple of big plays. And when you come back to win something like that, boy, that's impressive. You know, I knew they were going to score when they came down because they just used that power all night long. And it was just a great opportunity for the Blue Devils. When they stopped Neshoba, I knew it was there.
Great game.
Excellent game. Andre, you have some numbers for us?
The Leominster Blue Devils ended up the game with 40 rushing attempts, 237 yards. And the leader in yardage was Alex Medina, of course, with 25 carries for 150 yards and 4 TDs.
Wow.
An awesome night. And also we have on the passing side, Bobby Goldsby had that one reception for 35 yards that really turned the game around, you know. That was a huge play right there. There were a lot of big plays in this game, but the Blue Devils overall ended with total 237 yards rushing and total yards of 287. On the other side of the ball, Neshoba had 45 rushing attempts for 222 yards, so it was close rushing. Passing, again, Neshoba didn't pass much, and overall penalties were relatively even, and
Difference
An
was-
even game. Other than that, the score. I mean, the whole
difference
thing.
was the big plays at the crucial times, and
Big plays at the crucial times. That's right. That's right, Andre. I would agree with that. And that's what makes a difference in a game like this.
Well, it was a great game here at Doyle Field. I'm hoarse from screaming. There was some big plays, and the Blue Devils, you got to give them credit. They were down, and they hung in there, and they made a couple of nice shots and got back into the game. And I knew right at the end that they had won. They were going to win this game when they stopped Neshoba. So it was a great, great effort by the Blue Devils. Congratulations to the homecoming king and queen. Before we leave, Amanda Lavasser and her proud father up here that did all our camera work for us tonight, and Mike DeFelice as the king and the queen. Of course, we'd like to thank Jack Sully. We'd like to thank all our sponsors, Richardson's Funeral Home, Wright Roy Funeral Home, DeCarroll's Insurance Agency, El Camino Restaurant, and Ken's Taxis. We'd like to thank the Gravels for bringing us the coffee and donuts here tonight. And, of course, Larry, thank you for doing a great job here tonight. And Andre Korskini for all that great statistical work which we have that gives you the insight on the game. Any final thoughts, Larry? We're going to North Middlesex next week.
See you in Townsend.
All right. That's going to do it for us here. And Mark Lavassa on the camera. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and good night.
Wow, those are some fantastic memories preserved in the archive of Leominster TV. Whether celebrating the thrill of victory or capturing the agony of defeat, all of us at Leominster TV have endeavored to embody this recent quote from NBC broadcasting legend Bob Costas, who said in his 2018 induction speech at the National Baseball Hall of Fame, quote, "While the game is the thing and the players are the stars, how those games are perceived and remembered is often shaped by those who chronicle them." That quote from Bob Costas sums up our mission over the last 19 years and will continue to chart our course long into the future. The awesome responsibility of chronicling Leominster athletics is a tremendous honor that all of us at Leominster TV are proud to be a part of. Thank you so much for joining us on this celebration, 20 games for 20 years. I'm Todd Robbins. On behalf of my producer, Kate Robbins, archivist Jack Selly, editor Bradley Bedard, and all of us in the Leominster TV family, until next time, so long, everybody.
Black coffee, I'm in trouble. Black coffee, I see trouble. Man, 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 I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm so dizzy. Black coffee, please get busy. Oh, nothing to get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, 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 I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble.